new shoes. So I went to the bank to see what they could do. They said, son, it looks like you got the bad luck. Well, it's got a hold on you. Or something like that. I can't remember exactly. But hey-o. Anyway, yeah, welcome to Allshorts. Well, I think I might just shove that light on in the background. It's a bit dark. Shall I shove the light on the background? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see how we get on. Anyway, Richi Susnak, he had his mini budget. His little spring budget today, didn't he? Oh dear. He could help many people, that I can say. Not at all, in fact. And, one thing that kind of came to my mind when I was listening to James O'Brien. You know James O'Brien. Yes, he told us so. That he did. Well, he said that Richi Susnak's got no empathy for people like you and I. No, I don't think he has either. None whatsoever. He don't care about us. No. He just cares about his swimming pools and mansions and stuff. Obviously, they're very tiny mansions, because obviously he can fit in quite neatly, I imagine. Am I being heightist? I can't talk. I'm not very tall myself, but crikey. He's pocket-sized. You take him anywhere. In your handbag. He's like a chihuahua. That's Richi Susnak. Or should I say Richi Susnak? Because that man, quite frankly, he comes over as being this, good for people and all that. Furlough. Oh, isn't he lovely? Give me furlough. He did. No. No, COVID loans, and we'll get into that in a minute. Yes, Richi Susnak is a snake. Now, a while back, well, I did actually make an announcement on how I was going to do a video about Richi Susnak. And then I was warned not to, because the family is really, really rich, they are. Not just Richi Susnak, but his wife, but also his parents. Yeah, he failed to, make his, he didn't tell anybody. And he didn't put it on the official register of ministers either, no, not Richi Susnak. But his family is rich, including his wife. And you're supposed to talk, you're supposed to, come clean about that sort of stuff, including your wife and your siblings, etc. Well, his wife is worth, some people say it's about 350 million. Other reports say she's around at 430 million. That's what she's worth. But she feels fit to, ask for money. But we'll get into that in a minute. Oh, I can see you well, and the background is not too dark. Oh, that's good. I don't know. I didn't know whether to put the lights on or not. And I'm not in the studio today, so yeah. And Stuart Douglas says, Mr. O'Brien is not wrong. Susnak is lower than the snake's belly. Just like Johnson. Alexander Boris Devil Johnson. Well, he's a snake, isn't he? He ain't great. No. What does he do? He likes to compare Brexit with the war in Ukraine. Why would you do that? It's blatantly obvious. I was watching him, when he actually did the speech. Painfully. And I looked at the missus. And she looked at me. And I said, did I just hear right? You can't say that. But he did. It's just so disrespectful. The man's he's a scumbag. Let's be honest, he's a scumbag. Well, I suppose he's a Tory after all. And look at the things he's actually said in the past. Oh my God, about people. He ain't great, is he? No. So none of them got any empathy for the likes of you and I. No. But I ducked and covered, run and scarpered I did. Yeah. To France. A little bit closer to Ukraine. And Vladimir Putin. Oh dear. There again, if I can find one of his mega yachts, I'd hide on there. That's where I'd hide. It's probably the safest place. He's not going to blow that up, is he? No. Dear me. Anyway, this was a bit of a random one because I thought, I'll just quickly do a video on this. Then I started writing about it and then it kind of got a bit out of hand. So I have done some scribbles. I haven't got my usual setup because I'm not in the studio. I'm just in the office. In the orifice I am. Oh. Burning ring of fire and all that. Oh dear. So yes. Oh, crikey. It's not very impressive. It really isn't. So I'm gonna tell you about it. I am. You may already know about it. You may have already been paying close attention to the budget. I'll just give you my take on it, I suppose, for what it's worth. Probably not a lot. Not a lot. Hey, what you saying anyway? Oh, Daily Blase, is he here? Is he as well? Cool. I scroll down here. And Ginger Giraffe. Good evening, all, says Daily Blase. Hope everyone is well. I watched your video this morning, Daily Blase. I did. I hope the nickname is richer than the Queen's Susnak. Ooh. That'll do. Yes, richer than the Queen's Susnak. So quick you can say that. Richer than the Queen's Susnak. No, I'm not very good at that sort of thing. I get all tongue-tied, or I spit. Either way, it's not that great, no. Oh dear. Oh, Stuart Douglas, hello there. Mr. O'Brien is not wrong. Susnak is lower than state. I've said that already, haven't I? I did. Let's scroll down the other way, shall we? Heather Hanks, hello there. Oh, you look at Star Wars. Oh yeah, I haven't cleaned up though. It's a bit of a mess in here at the moment. Oh, it's not too bad. I was doing stuff on my computer and I thought I'd just do a video. I was actually in my work clothes a minute ago and then I thought, oh, I can't be bothered to change. I still, oh hang on. I've got my safety specs on. Oh well. There you go. That's like that 4 weddings and the funeral. Was that that one? Notting Hill. Was that Notting Hill? With their prescription? No? Okay. So yeah, it's all goes at Richie Susnak this morning or this afternoon, and I have to admit, you're the slave one. Yeah, it was a bit, how to put it, uneventful. And the stuff he announced isn't going to help those who are already suffering. And there's things like, I don't know, tax cuts, what have you, by 2024. Oh, I wonder why that's going to be. Oh, it's got nothing to do with the general election, has it? Oh, maybe. Are people that gullible? Why would you need to wait? If you're going to try and make some sort of tax cut, well, actually come think about it. That ain't going to help anyone other than people who already got money. Those who haven't got money, they're probably not going to benefit anyway. Oh, I wonder why that is. Tax cuts help the rich, it seems to me. And what about windfall taxes? No, none of that in this budget. Not at all. No windfall tax. On the energy giants, or energy giants, in fact, people who make ridiculous amounts of money. How about the water board? You know, they can't even supply us with clean water. I told you the other week, my daughter, one of her friends, had done a test for their water in Norwich. It's on the south side of Norwich, this was. And they're Poringland way. Well, not Poringland. Not far from the Whittingham water plant, actually. Whittingham. She's not Whittingham, but she's on the south side of Norwich anyway. But they're nitrates in the water. I mean, the test was bright red. And that means they had nitrates in the water. So these particular companies have all been privatised, unless you're in Scotland, of course. Yeah. Scotland. Apart from it's freezing cold. I don't know about that. I don't fancy it's freezing cold. Well, that might be warming up soon anyway. But yeah, so you've got all these industries like that, and they're making crazy amounts of money, flooding their shareholders with it, just like P&O ferries. Oh, I thought they're making losses. Okay. And what happens? Nothing. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, actually it does, because they get lobbied. You know, remember Owen Patterson? People got short memories, they have. Well, that liar, Richi Susnak, he said a while back, you remember the last budget, when he lied, blatant lies, well, he lied yesterday, or today as well, to be fair. Going on about they never go on about the GDP. It's always about, well, growth. We'll just come out of lockdowns and pandemics and stuff. Oh, it's still there, by the way, the pandemic. It hasn't gone away. It's still there. In fact, the levels. So Chris Whitty said today he's warning because we're going to be overwhelmed in the hospitals again. That's what Chris Whitty said. Again. And again, and again, and again, as he does. He's going to be locked away for a bit now, I reckon. That's what they do. They'll go, where's Chris Whitty? Madness. I'm actually wearing the mask. Me and Mrs. have been more prudent with the face mask now than we were before. We had rules, so we had to kind of abide by them anyway to get fined. But we're more willing to wear it now than we were before because no one else is wearing them. It makes more sense to wear them now. Some people still are. But today we popped into our local supermarket. None of the staff were wearing face masks. Some of the customers were, but none of the staff. And there they are dealing with the fish counter, the meat counter, you know. And they're not refilling the sanitation what's-its. By the way, mind you when you handle your... Actually, there's a bit of advice. You know when we wear these masks? What I do is I get every time I stop the car, I have a mint or something like that. So I have this, extra strong mint or something. So I have this mint. Then I put a mask on. And then because, you know your glasses steam up? You get the fumes from the blick and mint, and the eyes go watery. They get sore, like this. Constantly. Because you just had the mint. And you wear the mask. Never mind not about to see your glasses. So anyway, we've been more cautious with that now. So anyway, this liar, Richi Susnak, if you remember, at the last budget, he said homelessness funding is increasing. But it's not. Or didn't. And it still isn't. There's still people freezing cold on the streets. I saw plenty of them when I went back to the UK a couple of weeks ago. In fact, I spoke to a couple, didn't I? Well, the fact is, it was actually being cut at the time while he said it was increasing. So just lies and lies and lies. And now in that budget, he promised 640 million was going to be spent tackling homelessness and rough sleeping. But the fact of the matter is it was actually a cut from the previous year, because that was like 750 million. That was going to be spent to tackle homelessness. It's just nuts. He spat it's going to be like an 85% increase. That's just a blatant liar. And I could see through that right in the early days. And like I said, I was going to do a video about him. And I thought, don't do it, because I love you. The family's rich. Yeah, they are and all. Father and all, my giddy aunt. Can't remember the name of the company now. Some kind of app company or something. They probably have something to do with the track and trace. I'll be a bit surprised. Oh, that's where the money went. Maybe. Will we ever find out? Well, we'll never know, will we? Anyway, let's see what you're saying. Ooh. Don't forget to boot the old like button. But also... Oh, yeah, Evans just said that. Please don't forget to like the video. Can't be bad. Oh, there. 167 people died from COVID just yesterday. Crikey. That's terrible. Don't these lives matter anymore? People become so desensitised to death. It's quite sobering in some ways. It's horrid. You know, like that young lad who got knocked off his scooter by that woman that diplomatic immunity and all that from via her husband, that American woman, and then she ran off, got on a plane and scalped back to the UK. There was a lot of hoo-ha, wasn't there, about this lad, one person who got killed, which is obviously, it was terrible. Obviously, I'm not dismissing that, and you're saying that 170 odd people, 167 people died of COVID yesterday, and you barely hear anything about it. No, I'm not going to dismiss it, but we've got some problems here because we've got no there's no restrictions here in France now either. So they all went last week, or earlier this week, last week I think it was. You don't have to wear face masks or anything like that. Some people still are, like I said. But the cases here gone up. There was... Caroline?
Yeah?
How many cases did you say there was in France? The Oracle. How many cases in France did you say?
How many?
Cases in
Today?
France today, yeah. Yesterday you do.
It's 145,000 today.
145,000?
180 yesterday.
In one day?
Yeah.
There was 180,000 cases yesterday and 145 today. 1,000 cases. It's a massive increase because there's no restrictions. And the other thing that gets me is that without the help and without the free, obviously, tests and stuff, you can still get tests here in France free if you go to the pharmacy. You can get the test done there. Other than that, you buy them from the supermarkets, what have you. Which I don't mind. I don't mind. But people aren't going to bother. If they're not getting any financial help to stay off work, they're not going to bother. They're not going to bother to get tested. They might keep themselves.
UK was only 52,000, but I took notice of that because none of my kids or my mum or anyone could get any tests.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, my dear wife, she just said that a lot of the tests are sold out in the UK anyway, so you can't get tested. And that's if people register the tests. A lot of these lateral flow tests, a lot of people aren't bothering to register them. So that's another story, isn't it? It's pretty horrible. Political X, hello, Political X. Oh, who said that? Oh, Chris Fisher. So even there, Political X. I was on a video with him the other day, on a Sunday. We had brunch, but no bacon sarnie anywhere. No. I was expecting the bacon sarnie, I was. Well, and Chris Fisher, it's good to see you. And Heather Hanks, it's very true. Good evening. My mum works in Lloyd's Pharmacy and said there was no tests now. Yes, that's what my son was saying. No one can get hold of any tests. They don't want you to have tests. No. Plenty of coffee. You've got to have coffee. And my Geraldine supplied coffee mug. Keeps it hot, you see. Yeah, that's a good idea. Right, yeah. So the man is just another lying Tory charlatan who is in government just to influence policy so it benefits his family. That's what I reckon anyway. Maybe you think the same, maybe not. Of billionaires. They're multi-billionaires, his family. Crazy. And not those who will be, sleeping rough. No, because he doesn't give a damn about those who are sleeping rough, and he doesn't care about those who might end up sleeping rough, quite frankly. Or end up in food banks and what have you. But at least they're rather...
I think it's rather uplifting.
That was a bit of a delayed response. I ain't got the soundboard. I'm having to do it with the mouse. Same software. Yes, it's just... it's sobering. I think it's sobering. When you see these people, they're spaffing all this stuff, lying to our faces. And the guy's got no empathy for us, and he's just... Well, why would he? He's never had to worry about stuff. He's never had to... can I heat my house or feed my kids? Not at all. Well, at least from 2008 when he got married. To, what's her name? Murtha? Something Murty? Adam Murty? I did actually look it up, actually. Let me just find his wife's name. It's here somewhere. I know. Oh, Ashata Murty. Ashata Murty? Married her in 2009. His daughter of India's most successful entrepreneurs. Her father co-founded a technology giant, Infosys. That's it. It's technology. And her shares in the company, her shares in the company are worth 430 million. This is just excessive, making her one of the wealthiest women in Britain. And he left that off the ministry records. Is what they're married. And he left it off. Against ministerial code, that was. So it's but he's still got a job. Yeah, he's still got a job. It's nuts. It's just absolute nuts. It's you and I would be sacked and probably in prison by now. The things these guys get up to and what they get away with. Don't be wrong. I've got no problem with Akshay Murty. It's apart from I don't know her. You don't hear that much about her. She likes short men. Must do. Maybe it's like a tripod. Anyway, on that note, so Richi Sunak's opening. What did he do? Highlighting the war in Ukraine, as you do, and said that Britain's economic strength underpinned the freedom and liberty from the EU. Oh wait, that was Bojo. But the rich Crim, as far as I'm concerned, he is, did try to justify the other Crim's spaff when he thought it was a good idea to compare Brexit with that tragic war in Ukraine. Now apparently, Vladimir, you know, the president of Ukraine. I forgot his name. How come I forgot his name? I've said it so many times. Volodymyr or Vladimir? Kalinsky? Oh, well, anyway. Or Zelensky. I'm losing the plot. He's been saying that don't not to actually sanction you know, the guy who owns Roman Abramovich. No, because he might help. You say he might help with the peace talks. There is no peace talks for Russia. It's gone past that. As far as I'm concerned, it's gone way past that. Because what they do is they go, well, Ploy, get you out. I'm free. And then they'll shoot you down. That's pretty much what they're doing, isn't it? That's crazy. And then they're kidnapping kids, and putting them into camps in Russia. What does that say about these people? Really? And what does it say about our government that just wants to use the war as some kind of bargaining chip, some kind of, I don't know, trophy? Well, I say anyway. Well, the Chancellor said he would respond to the conflict by building a stronger, more secure economy for the UK. How does that go together? He said, I heard them, and he said that it would respond to the conflict by building a stronger and more secure economy for the UK. I don't understand it. Do you get his point? Because I don't get his point. And yet again, they're using that as like a control. You know, the war in Ukraine as some kind of control, some kind of baseline. I think it's disgraceful, personally. Anyway, you should be mentioning the war at all, apart from doing our best to help. And that's as far as you should go. Step back from it. And do whatever you can to help, but don't use it as a flag humping exercise. Well, the actions have, we have taken, this is what Richi says, the actions we have taken to sanction Putin's regime are not cost-free for us at home. Oh, okay. Nor was the track and trace, Mr. Richi Susnak. No. I was expecting them to magically pull out of a hat a wad of cash. Like 37 billion quid, maybe. And scrap that old national insurance hike. But no, he's going to keep that, you know. I can keep it. No. I reckon old Dido Hardon, she scurried away with that money. I won't be a bit surprised. And we're expected to forget about it. Just think of all those lovely, empty aircraft carriers we could have had. At least 11 of them, maybe, or 70 Putin floating gym palaces, even. All could have been lovely. We all had one. Well, the invasion of Ukraine presents a risk to our recovery, as it does to all the countries around the world. Yes, that is true. Well, the invasion of Ukraine certainly puts an additional burden on the UK economy, obviously, if you're trying to help, because it costs. And then obviously, well, it's going to push inflation up, obviously. It's affecting everybody. You've got to pay for stuff somehow. And Ukraine is the breadbasket. So where are we going to get this food from? They reckon that Ukraine was feeding around 400 million people by their agriculture. Obviously, they weren't just eating wheat, but effectively 400 million odd people. That's a lot of food that they're producing. That's like, the whole of the United States plus 50 mil. Or two, Nigeria's, for instance, maybe. So that's a lot of people, like, getting fed by food that was being produced in Ukraine. And you got, obviously, Russia at the moment, they're struggling. They can't get any food. They've only got no sugar. No sugar for their tea. You've got to try it without. I don't have sugar in my tea. I don't drink tea anyway, I drink coffee. They don't have sugar in that either. It's bad for your insulin levels, bad for your insulin levels. So anyway, using the war in Ukraine to set the tone for the statement looks, well, like the beginning of an election strategy, to be honest. To at least partly attribute the pain of the cost of living to the war. As a way to swerve the political blame for the growth slowdown, which was predicted well before Russia invaded, that it was. And we know what was, partly to blame. Well, quite considerably. We know Brexit has got a part to play. Well, we borrowed to compensate for Brexit losses. And the pandemic, obviously. It's about 3 trillion debt we got there. Crazy amount. It's massive. If you take allowance for all the pensions and stuff like that, the pension debt and what have you as well, it works out around, I think it's about 78,000 per person. That's what it equates to. It's a lot of living money. And it is. So it's a bit crazy. It's just, 4.8 trillion, I reckon. The real national debt's closer to. Sounds like a lot to me. It's not a drop in the ocean. Especially when you put it into terms of debt per citizen. But really, you need to think about it in the way of being a taxpayer, really. There's no point in putting the debt on the child, is there? You're putting the taxpayer. Which works out around £78,000 per person. Per taxpayer in the UK. So it's not great, is it? It's just nuts, to be honest. And we're supposed to accept this, and no one talks about it. And I know you get like Richard Murphy, what have you, said just print more money. You can do that. You can flood the economy with loads of money. Just print more. Do Bitcoin or something. Oh, they've already done that. Or kind of. Just say, there's money there. Buy bonds. And then borrow money on the back of the bonds. Use the bonds as a security. It's madness. It's not real, is it? Now, I'm a bit of a simple guy, man. I just kind of think, I've got no debt. Yes, I have no debt. But I earn very little money, as you can probably imagine. But I've got no debt, so I'm quite fortunate on that. I don't have rent, I don't have mortgage to pay or anything like that. The only thing you could equate with debt is like, I don't know, electric bill or something like that, because obviously you accrue an electric bill by how much electric you use. Effectively you're accruing a debt, aren't you? And then you have to pay it. But when I got hit at that last recession in 2008, and my company wouldn't, we really suffered with that, I tell you. That's it, no more debt. Got all my credit cards. Cleared them all off after we sold the house. And melted them on the barbecue. I did. I can show you actually. Over there. I made a little thingy of it. I'll go get it. I'll be back in a minute. It's over here. It's not far. Yes, I had a barbecue. I cut them all up, and I barbecued them. Now we've got Tesco ones on there, there's mint on there, egg. Oh, my platinum card. Oh, what else on there? Oh, can't see them because they're all melted. But anyway, whole load of... to remind me, never get in debt again. And we live in a society that's run on debt. Personally, I think it's madness. It means you haven't got enough money coming in to support yourself. So what are you going to take out more debt? Oh, I know it. Oh, you've got a house, have you? I know, secure it against your house because it's increasing in value. What happens when the value goes down? Doesn't sound like a very good idea to me. It doesn't sound a very good plan. I know it doesn't tend to go down at the moment especially. But it did in 2008. Now when we sold our house, it dropped by 30,000. overnight. So we didn't have a lot of money left to do this house, I'll tell you. 10 grand. So that was a bit of a long slog. I don't have money. Still got loads to do. So anyway, it's a... For the likes of Richi Susnak, he's got no empathy for us, and he's doing bugger all really to help us. Well, I'm okay, but I say us, I'm thinking about my family, right? They're still, they work in the UK, and, they've got to pay their bills and what have you, and it's not looking good. No. And to use the war as a bit of flag humbug, it's despicable. It's a way of just sort of like swerving that political blame, really, for that growth slowdown. Well, the Chancellor said, forecasts from the Office of Budget Responsibility said that the economy would grow by 3.8% this year. Now, I want to point something out about this. They never say GDP, gross domestic product. It's the fastest growing economy in the G7, G20, or whatever it is they say. Of course, you've been flat on your face. Of course, it's going to be growing, and it's not the fastest. I just checked it on the ONS website. It's just the thing is, people aren't checking it, and then they'll get in the press tomorrow. They'll be in the press. Oh, he lied, or maybe they won't say he lied. I say it's not accurate or something. Well, technically, yeah, no, inaccurate. It's definitely not accurate. This is guesswork, quite frankly. And the GDP, he says, is going to grow by 1.8% next year, 2.1% in 2024, and 1.8% in 2025, and 1.7% in 2026. In October, the OBR had forecast growth of 6% for 2022, as the UK economy recovered from the COVID pandemic. These are Richi's words, Richi Susnak's words. Should I just call him the snake? Well, the economy grew by 7.5%, he says, in 2021. It's all about growth. No mention of the gross domestic product, no. After a fall of 9.4% in 2020. Oh, no mention of 2019, no. Before the pandemic, no. Because it's actually lower now by that 4% or 0.4% or something lower than it was in 2019. It's not higher. So there isn't no growth really. Post-pandemic. I say post-pandemic with the air quotes. Because quite frankly, there is no post-pandemic as yet. No. They might say there is. But it's just a lie. They want you to ignore it. Do a bit of bunny hugging, maybe. Maybe. Dear me. What do you reckon? Do you fancy a bit of bunny hugging?
Bunny hugging.
Maybe that might be. Well, it's got to be better than this flipping budget. Don't mind a bit of bunny hugging. Ooh, bunny tails. Ooh. Anyway, since the Conservatives entered government, the UK has experienced the biggest downgrade in growth of any of the big economies. Now, Susnak uses these figures as a way to emphasise the difficult choices made in the rest of the statement. Yet again, he links them directly to the Ukraine crisis. That's what it is. Saying choices to sanction Putin's regime were not cost-free, that's what he said. But fails to be, honest and manipulates the bottom line. The UK GDP is still below that of 2019, like I said. So the little rat. He may rant about growth, but when you're flat on your face, the only place it goes up, generally. Or just rot on the ground, maybe, I don't know. Ugh, smelly. Sweaty bits and that as well. So I can, so the cost of living. Oh dear. Let's see what you're saying. Oh, what are you saying? Time to have a look. Oh, hello, Charlotte. And David Jurago. Hello there, buddy. And Bernard. Yeah, inflation in France is free. It's a bit more than that. I think it's about 3.8% at the moment. Hello, young Ralph. Young Ralph. You're not really late, young Ralph, because I just kind of went, well, I'm going to do a live stream. Just like that. Yay! Son of a Vicodin, buddy. I got rid of my credit card, and now no one believes me. Well, so did I. I've not got a credit card now. I've got debit cards. I've got no credit cards. I don't want them. Now, my first one I ever had was a Tesco's. And the first thing I ever bought with it was... What did I buy with that? A razor. That was a Philly shave. It was the first ever thing I bought with a credit card. Okay, I think I've still got it here somewhere. That's quite a good one. That was the first thing I ever bought with a credit card. Was a Philly shave. And then it's just... Well, we're managing it fine until the business started struggling. I had to pay people's wages. You can't not pay people's wages. And our cash flow was getting hit, and we couldn't balance the books. So each week I was that much short. Goes on the credit cards. Got to a point where I couldn't sustain it anymore. So yeah, I had to close up shop. The Tesco is a debit and credit card. Well, it is, yeah, but I ain't got it anymore anyway. No, it's there somewhere on there, mate. Can you point it out? I can see it's that one, the purple one. That was the Tesco's. Was it Sainsbury's? Can't remember now, actually. I think it was. No, it might have been the same. Oh, I don't remember now. Anyway, I managed to accrue nearly 40 grand worth of debt on credit cards, which wasn't a very good idea. And the FT has a good article called Eurozone Economy Back in the Pre-Pandemic Level. Be a good idea to check that out. I spent my day making a bunny butt cakes. What? Bunny butt cakes? What is a bunny butt cake? Is it an actual shape of a cake, or do you have to kind of like... Is it like a decorated cake that's got a bunny butt on it? Did you actually do any... could you actually bunny hug it?
Bunny hug it?
No, I don't think you could. But maybe. God, Bennett. Why did you call your channel Allshorts? Okay. I can explain that. It's got nothing to do with shorts. As in shorts that you wear. When I first started this channel, the whole point of this channel was I was going to be, the YouTube short video, the little vertical ones, the little 60-second jobs, or under 60 seconds. That's a short. And all I was going to have on this channel was all shorts. And then I realised there's no way of monetising it. And I thought, hang on, how am I going to sustain this if I can't monetise it? And I started doing a few little videos. I did one actually about James O'Brien, actually. Is James O'Brien a snake in the grass? And it was just in my workshop, sitting in front of my dry whiteboard, and, just... It was a joke. Oh, God, I got some negative comments on there. I said, did you actually watch all the video? I go. And they said, no. And then they said, oh, sorry. Because I was actually praising James O'Brien. No, I love James O'Brien. So, anyway, that was about all it was about. That's what, that's going to all be... Originally, it was just going to be those little vertical videos, because it was a new thing on YouTube. I thought I'll give it a go. And I had my woodworking channel anyway. So I just put any old random stuff that's still on the channel. If you probably find if you go into shorts on the channel. Just weird and just strange stuff. I haven't deleted them yet, maybe I should. And then I started doing a few political ones, like for instance with James O'Brien and various other things like that, and it just kind of took off. It went a bit silly. And the growth was doing really, really well. But there's been several algorithm updates and everything that's really hit the channel. I've talked about it before, I know. And it was early this year, it was picking up again. Because when I came back from Ginger Eyes with Graham Hughes, and when I came back from there, the channel took a big dive again. Oh, God, I don't know if I can cope with this anymore. I was getting really... how to put it? Anyway, I wasn't happy. And it's just... Anyway, and then beginning of January... sometime in January... Was it January or was it February? All of a sudden, it started doing well again. That's February. It started doing really well again. I got, oh, wow. Oh, brilliant. Oh, crikey. Thank God I held out. And then the war struck. In Ukraine. Poor buggers over there, I must say. But then the channel all of a sudden went, poof. Literally. You can see the analytics. 1 minute it started doing that, next bit just dropped. All the airspace has been sucked up out of the YouTube. So that's kind of why. Well, anyway, that's kind of, long story short, or short story long, actually. That's why it's called Allshorts. I didn't change the name. I kind of like it anyway, so. And it made you curious, didn't it? You asked a question. Oh, cheers, Charlotte. Yeah. Oh, okay, I'm glad I did that. I do get a bit down about it sometimes because it's 1 minute you're up there, next minute you're down there, up there, down there. You do a video and one video it does absolutely brilliant. They're really happy with it, how it turned out, and it does well. Another one doesn't do well, and whenever I do anything, I tell you what, if I do anything on the war types, about Ukraine, for obvious reasons, I understand why with that, because it's about your money and your life sort of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, YouTube are quite careful with those sort of videos, so they don't get promoted very much. But same goes for any environmental ones as well. If you're doing anything about the environment, they do really poorly. If I do one about Nigel Farage or something, usually it does okay-ish, or Pop the Bing, Tim Martin, Weatherspoons, that does okay. But the other videos, well, they're not quite so. I don't want to just constantly be talking about them, Nigel Farage. That'd be boring. He isn't that interesting. I know he's an idiot. He's a horrid individual, in fact. I think he's a fascist. I do. I think he should move to Russia. That's what I reckon. Oh, I just have some dreamy thoughts in my head. Anyway, I will get back to it in just a second. Burn says, I still have 2 credit cards. The balance on each is 0. Well done, buddy. And that is such a relief. Yeah, 2, like me. Especially if interest rates are going up. That'll be hit on the credit cards as well. And now the cost of living is going up, and I might be able to... and I might be going, oh God, no, don't go back into debt. Try your best not to, mate. Easy said and done, I know. Oh, cheers, Heather. Oh, thank you. That's most kind. I'm great company, apparently. Oh, dear. YouTube shorts for Wally Bra. Yes, I do shorts on Wally Bra as well. I'll tell you what happens though, because if this channel does well, I tend to put all my effort into this one, and Wally Bra takes a bit of a sidestep. I thought, I really got to schedule my time really and actually organise myself, because I'm not very good at organising myself. You might have noticed, I'm a bit sporadic and a bit chaotic. Just a little bit. Yeah, but debt is bad news. It's bad news. If you manage it and keep it funded, and but it's like, for instance, the national debt. At the moment, it's just about servicing the national debt. I'm not paying anything blooming off for it. It's terrible, really, because it's our kids that are going to be paying this back over the years. I spent my day making buddy butt cakes. I can't get over that. That's nuts. Buddy butt cakes. And I was trying to look it up, and theirs was because I didn't know. Ooh, empty shelves. Oh no, is that empty shelves? You talk about the empty shelves in Russia. I won't be surprised there's empty shelves in the UK as well. To be fair, actually, when I went to the UK, there was a lot of empty shelves, actually. There was a lot of, and some of it was pasta. Oh, where was that? Where was I went? That was Tesco's. That was Tesco's in Norwich. Bernard says, so glad we got shot of our house in the UK. The tenants had kind of wrecked it, and we sold it to get rid of it quick. Pay less tax in Spain. Oh, fair point. Yep. A friend of ours, just up the road here, he's a South African guy, and his missus and his 2 kids. Well, he had a flat in London, which he sold. I bought my house here. But he had a tenant in there, and the tenant was advised, because they went to the council for help, the tenant was advised to stay put. He was a good tenant. He was paying his bills and stuff like that with his family and what have you, but he was advised, he was told to stay put. My friends had to sell the house because they needed to buy somewhere. They had nowhere to live. So they wanted to buy a house here in France. So they want to sell their flat. Anyway, the council told me to stay put until you are evicted. So that cost my friends a huge amount of money to get them out of this place. Remember, it's not a second home or anything that my friends got. No, it was just that was their home when they were living in London. And I had to get barristers involved and all sorts of stuff to go through the legal process to evict them, and only when they're evicted that the council would help them. And that was the advice from the council. I know it was probably quite a common story actually, but I kind of feel for both sides really. Hey, shout subscribe to both. Cheers. Sometimes when I get overwhelmed, this is heavy, by how depressing the news. Oh my god, isn't it just? Brexit shattered all mine and my son's dreams. Sometimes I have to stop watching for a few days, and maybe other people feel it. Yeah, to be honest, I have to do it because of what I'm doing. Really, I'll try and maintain the channel, but it does get me down sometimes. And the attitude for some people, especially people on the right, is I just find it unbelievably callous. You know, it's when you talk about the refugees and so. I've talked about the refugees quite a bit in the past, but I do find that having that kind of just let them drown and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just not turn them around with the jet skis that we look pretty patel out there. Yeah, bang them back with their jet skis so they drown. I just can't believe how evil some people can be, and quite frankly, it's racism. Plain and simple. The people coming over in these boats are the wrong colour. The way I see it. As far as they're concerned, the wrong colour. Because it has been said, I was watching Question Time actually, I don't normally watch Question Time, but I was watching that last week, and somebody pointed that out. I thought, yeah, you're right. And she's referring actually to the refugees in Ukraine. We need to help everybody. If we can do it, we need to be able to help people. You shouldn't matter what colour your skin, it's ridiculous. Anyway, the Chancellor said that the OBR for oh yeah, where was I? I think I jumped a bit. There we go. Invasion, growth. Oh no, that was right. Okay, the cost of living. Oh. Well, the Chancellor said the OBR forecasts that inflation would average around 7.4% this year. That's what he said. Yeah, Mr. Snake. Average, well, that's a convenience, quite frankly. Because the actual inflation at any point of time now, well, isn't it what the future is now and in the future? Isn't that what matters? Doing an average. Working out on an average. It's one way of bringing it down. Well, it's already been announced, was it yesterday or today? That was yesterday. Oh, I did a video on it, didn't I? Yes. It was a couple of days ago now. About actually 3 days ago. Oh, Barbie, time flies. Yeah, double-digit inflation by autumn. That's what's been projected. So what is this? Just all scams? It's just one little scam after another. Oh, how can we make that look better? I know. We'll average it. When the inflation was lower, with the inflation when it's higher, and it'll make it look a little bit better. So even, you know, yeah. Anyway, the first fuel duty, he says, will be cut for only the second time in 20 years by 5p a litre for a full 12 months. Now, Susnak, he said that the fuel duty cut was worth $5 billion and would take effect from 6 p.m. on Wednesday. This Wednesday? Maybe, I don't know. It is Wednesday. Or is it, actually? Oh yeah, it is. I lost track of time. Yes, it's Wednesday. And the government cut to zero a 5% VAT rate for households installing solar panels, heat pumps, or insulation. Well, this is an improvement, but by no means enough. France, for instance, they give their grants for installation, so I don't know if it's still there, but they weren't that long ago. They were doing a installation for €1. So you pay €1, and you get your roof insulated, or your walls insulated, or something like that. You know what I mean? So there's a lot more they could do, but they got rid of all the eco grants and stuff, didn't they? Installations. But no, 5% VAT they're going to drop it by. 5%. How's that going to help anybody? That's not going to make people do it. That's the other thing. It's not going to make people do it. It's not going to think, oh, wow, yeah, let's get it done now. You've got to save 5%, £5 every 100. Oh, wow. No, it's not. Besides, it's only going to help people who, well, own a house. It's not necessarily going to help those who rent, is it? Landlords aren't going to bother. No. Oh, Susnak. He's a bit like a little snack, isn't he? Baby back ribs. Oh. Anyway, he said that it would double the government's household support fund. So we've got to go begging now. But he's going to increase it to 1 billion. I can't remember what it was before, actually, to be fair. So I don't know what's been increased, from. Well, the UK is to see the biggest fall in living standards since records began. But in a nod to divide that's still raging in the party, there's that little net zero sweetener. The VAT cut for households to install energy-saving devices. It's a joke. It's not enough. Another of the so-called inflation-busting budget will help those in serious need. Well, the Tory poverty. Serious Tory poverty it is. That's what I reckon. And it only helps those who has a car or what have you. Yeah, all own a home. Not an ordinary person, really. Not everyone owns a home. Not good for it. But how do these youngsters? I'm fortunate. I managed to get on the property ladder a long time ago. My son managed to get on the property ladder. My oldest son, eventually. He had to live with his mother-in-law for a bit to save up the deposit. And they earn about between. He told me was between them they earn about 50,000 a year. And he reckons with childcare and stuff, he's paying £70 for one child, £70 a day, childcare. It's a big chunk out of your money. It's comfortable, but we're not that comfortable, is what he reckons. So, anyway, he managed to buy his house. So that's brilliant. It's more than some people managed to do. So you should be fortunate for that. But it's not everyone's managed to do that, have they? This is not just a recent problem. Well, it is partly recent problem, but it's been going on for a very long time in the UK. They haven't managed to control house prices apart from increasing them. We need to whittle them down a little bit. They need to be divided, make it more manageable. But no, what we're doing? We're just allowing people to buy crazy amounts of property and rent them out. There's pretty horrible landlords out there. I know I've seen them because I've done work for them. And my giddy aunt, some of these properties, crikey. Although some of the tenants were awful. Oh, crikey. I mean, they were the lowest of the low, some of them. Not all, obviously, some lovely people. But, I had to go, I think I mentioned the story before, but I had to go and break into a property where the tenant had vacated. And I opened the door and your eyes would melt. It was just like the fumes and the smell. It was just intoxicating. Well, they clearly had a dog, which they kept in the toilet, in the bathroom. And there was dog shit everywhere. The tenants left disgruntled tenants left. And they literally ripped the radiators off the walls. And there's a water-based system, so there's flooding everywhere. The doors are all kicked in, they're only like this cardboard, egg crate type doors. The flat doors, the colonial panel doors, the little moulded, anyway, horrible rubbishy doors. But anyway, they're all kicked in, and it's just completely out of mess, this place. So I had to go in there and I had to completely turn it around so it could be rented out again. But what a horrible job, because it was just, I just couldn't believe anyone would do that. There again, you weren't a great landlord. And it was social housing. In the sense it was social security rent. It was a private property, but it's been paid by the social. And what he said, it was for him, it was the best way to rent the properties out. Because, although you had to make sure everything obviously complies with the rules, but you always got to check. Every month, went straight into the bank, every single month. And he had hundreds of properties like this. Hundreds. Bob Gotts. Yeah. That was his name. Oh, I said his name. I kind of liked the bloke, actually, but he was a bit of a scoundrel. I can remember actually, he was going to buy a flat. Not flat, a little terraced house. And this was near Gas Hill in Norwich. Thorpe Road. Thorpe Road it was. Thorpe Road or Thorpe Avenue? Thorpe Avenue. Call it Thorpe Road. Near Godfrey's DIY. Anyway, he was going to buy this property. And it was going to auction. So what did he do? He made sure that he got... I was with him at the time. He made sure that he got there nice and early to view the property. Viewed the property, says, yeah, that'll do us, we'll have that. Don't care about the inside, don't care about decoration. We're just going to make it, for a rental. He broke the key in the lock. It was the hour lock. He snapped it off in the lock. With a pair of pliers, just snapped the top. He couldn't open the door again. So no one else got to view the property that day. And it was going to auction, so no one else got to see it inside. It's a sod. But that's what tactics these people do. It's crafty. Oh, got a super chat. Oh, I haven't got this special effects on there at the moment. Oh dear. Who's that? Who's got super chat? Got a super chat. Got a super chat. Oh, where is it? Stuart Douglas. Cheers, buddy. Oh, got another one. Got two. And son of a Viking. Cheers, buddy. I got 50 knots. Cool. I do read my Brexit story for bedtime. Oh, did you? You sent me a message, did you, via the website? Oh, I didn't check this up. Was it this afternoon? Oh, Brexit story, eh? The best bedtime reading there are. Via the website. Which one is it? Bear with me. I haven't got it, mate. I'm looking. I can't see it. Oh, bedtime story, I've got it. Oh my god. Blimey. That's not a story. That's a book. That's an essay. Crikey. Alright, how many words is that, I wonder? Let's have a look. Crikey. Word counter, okay. 4,000 words. Cheers, buddy. I will read it, though, most definitely. Got it up now. Cool. I will do it on there, though, because it'll take me forever. I don't need to finish what I've done. So, yeah, I might do it on there later. I'll see. Anyway, where was I? So, the UK is to see the biggest fall in living standards since records begun. But in a nod to the divide, I just did that, didn't I? Raging poverty. Oh, here we go. So none of the so-called inflation-busting budget will help those in serious Tory poverty. Only helps those who own a car or home. If you're a renter struggling to meet the bills, a 5p a litre saving, well, quite frankly, is a bit of a joke. Since you probably don't even have a car. Or if you have got a car, you're probably just sitting there in your driveway or on the side of the road. Deteriorating, a bit like those mega yachts that need a lot of maintenance, constant maintenance they do. Wouldn't it be funny? Where's my super yacht? Oh, it's at the bottom of the sea. Oh, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Anyway. So, but don't worry, you can go and grovel to the council. Yeah. For one of them household support funds. That's what you can do. You can grovel. That's what they ask you to do. Can you imagine how demoralised you already feel really low and feel a bit like pond life. It's kind of like, and then you've got to start grovelling for money when you... It's ridiculous. But the problem with this support fund, they don't really much support. They call it a support fund. It's just... It's like a bridging loan, really. Or a bridging grant loan or whatever it is. I don't know if you've got to pay it back or not, I don't know. But it's a sticky plaster. It's not going to... it's not going to help them ongoing... Unless they get a wad of cash and then they can spend it over a period of time, but that ain't gonna happen, is that? My son had this thought Well, I thought he mentioned something to me. I was talking about the homeless. This is my eldest son. He works in the museum service, and he said to me, he said, people go on about the homeless, what have you, and they're always drunk and what have you, always, And he said, I'll tell you one thing, Dad. If I was out there in the freezing cold, that's the first thing I'd want to go and do. I'd want to go and get myself a bottle of drink. That's the only way to keep yourself warm. And the temperatures out there were absolutely flipping freezing, and I can't imagine. Can you actually imagine how it must be just to sleep, rough over winter? No matter how much, how many clothes you got, you're never going to keep yourself warm. It's going to be freezing. Now, I've been camping and stuff like that with the missus and the kids and what have you over the years. And, sometimes we've gone in March time and during the day it's lovely, but in the evening it's just flipping freezing in a tent. Absolutely freezing. But that's in a flipping tent. These people have got tents. Got shop doorways. And that's if they're allowed to sit there. It's like in Norwich. I can't remember where it was now. I think it was like British Home Stores. Anyway, one of the department stores that closed down or was gone into liquidation. They've the shop doorways. They boarded them up so they're flat, so there is no recess to the door. So because the homeless were going there and for shelter, to keep out the rain and what have you. Why is that necessary? What just leave them alone? They're not there during the day generally. It's just night times. These people got no heart, have they? It's evil. Evil. That's what they are. That's what I reckon, anyway. But I mean, that's a long one there, so if I could. I read it's a long one. But I will most definitely read it. I will. Bedtime reading. That sounds a bit saucy. Oh, is it saucy? Should I tell the missus? Maybe you can read it together. Oh. But yeah, that's all very well. Trying to offer these so-called little tasters, because that's all they are. They're little snippets in the budget. Trying to make it to make everyone's going to benefit by this. Some people benefit if you're driving to work every day and you get 5p. A 5p saving is 5p in every litre. If you put 100 quid every fill up, and that's what it costs us at the moment to fill our car, about 100 euros. It's going to make a difference. But some people can't afford to run their cars anyway. Some people just look at how we're going to pay our electric, how we're going to pay our gas. Come on, let me feel April's just around the corner. It's the 23rd today of March. And these new rules, the cap has been shifted. So people are going to suffer. It's horrible. So anyway, borrowing. Oh dear. More lies. Well, Susnak said that borrowing in the current financial year, 2021 to 2022, would be at 5.4% of GDP, gross domestic product, and would fall to 3.9% next year. Well, whenever they talk about percentages, needless to say, if your GDP has been hit, which it has been, well, that's the savings nondescript, isn't it? Any savings there, borrowing, what have you. The deficit, the amount of money you got coming in to the amount of money that's getting spent, is growing. It's higher now. We borrow more money. Sorry, borrowed more money. The national debt is higher than what we got coming in the UK. Now, if you're a limited company, you'd be trading illegally, quite frankly. Now, Susnak said borrowing, blah, 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 done already. So, in cash terms, the OBR, the Office of Budget Responsibility, estimated the budget deficit, the gap between spending and income, like I said, that gap, would be 127.8 billion in 2021 to 2022, and 99.1 billion the following year. Well, that's just a guess, quite frankly. What are they basing it on? They actually don't know what's around the corner, do they? You look at how the UK's economy and how much Brexit is flipping costing. It's just crazy and lost trade. Who are we trading with now? There's loads of small SMEs, small medium enterprises in the UK really, really struggling. Post-COVID, but also, I say post-COVID, it's not really, there isn't no post-COVID yet because it's over, but you know what I'm saying. And then, and then you got industries here in the EU as well. They're finding it harder in some ways. Other ways, their businesses are growing. But like I made a video the other day, didn't I? It was yesterday. Because they're still boycotting, or they basically say it's not economical to trade with the UK now. They've got to be a tax collector for the HM Revenue and Customs. Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs. That seems madness to me. And involves me having to register with the UK HMRC to just to do the VAT. I know it's been done the other way around as well now, because obviously in the EU as well they're doing pretty much the same thing. But that's for 20. You do it with one ICSS or something it's called, and you do it as one organisation. So you only got to do it once for 27 member states. The UK's got to do it with 195 odd countries. That has access to the I think it's ICSS. Anyway, the system that people who import and export in the EU got to use. The UK doesn't have that. It's mind-numbingly idiotic. It really is. That's got to be the biggest shot in the foot, isn't it, Brexit? And this is going to go on and on and on. It's just such a... Well, it's just causing a massive pain in the arse, let's be honest. That's all just so... Because, yeah, they just want to get this. Thinking,
deal, put it in the microwave.
Yeah.
We got an
oven ready deal, that thing.
Put it in the microwave.
Sorry about the delay. Oh, it's just nuts. Anyway, see what you're saying. Cool, hello there. A different bias, Allshorts, truth to power, we're Maximilian Robespierre. Blimey. Oh, alright, what's that? Heatherbanks. It's weird here in Blackpool. Oh, did you see Boris? Did you see Boris? A Britannia hotel, which is full of Afghan refugees, is closed off to the public. Opposite the hotel is a closed nightclub and 3 homeless people sleeping there each night. Yeah, that's not quite right, is it? We should help everyone. Yeah. There's loads of buildings. If we could... Churches, for instance. I know you'd have to have somebody to manage it, because obviously you could be... when people got nothing, you get crime, don't you? You can't get away from that. I'd steal the Lady Madonna so I can get myself a bottle of booze. I would. Oh, I saw that earlier too. Oh, hang on, what have I missed? What have I missed? It features fartage. Oh, can't be that saucy. No, son of a Viking. Oh, there. Oh, cool. Phil did a good video. It was about how much the Tories wrote off over the pandemic, corruption, and easy all this could be sorted if it was like the 4-5B. I haven't actually seen that video. I don't always watch all Phil's videos. I'm sure you don't watch mine either, but yeah, it's just I've said this before. I don't always watch them, but I do listen to them quite often. It's quite good in the car or something like that because I'm not good at the road. I find it difficult to watch Phil. I don't know why. I think I do know why. His videos, he's so well researched. I've got to give him his due. So he's got a big brain, unlike me, and he's yeah, he really compiles them well, and it's a really good point. But I just find it difficult. His format, I find it really difficult to watch. I'm sure some people say the same about me, to be fair. We're back. I'm sorry about that. I just dropped out. My internet went out. Shocking, eh? Not as bad as Ginger Island, mind. Anyway, it looks like I'm going to be driving with Graham Hughes next month, probably. Either that or May. To Poland. So that'll be quite good. Also be quite sad as well. Obviously, I'll cover it best that we can with Graham. Graham's managed to get hold of a van. Which you can use at any time. So he's going to be using this van, then we're going to fill it up with stuff, and then we're going to be driving that to Poland with supplies. So that'd be quite cool. I say it'd be quite cool, but it's also sad as well. It should be necessary, shouldn't it? Obviously. But a bit eye-opener, I'm sure. Oh, I got emotional. So I'm sorry about that. It just went a bit odd. Who was ill? Who was ill? Who was ill? By any means necessary, had a short pause. Oh, I see, he was ill. Oh, I get you. Yeah, sorry that just dropped out there. That was a bit of a pain, but you know. A collaborative negotiator. Just scrolling through, I am. Just scrolling through. Oh, by the way, I got more trees today. Been all blooming holes I got to dig. Oh dear. We keep getting trees. Trees are good. I'm going to have to do a bit of video actually. We're going to be doing some, making some signs. A bit like what we were doing at Ginger Island, if you remember, with Graham Hughes. I'm going to make loads of signs for those who contributed. For the GoFundMe, for the rewilding. So we're going to be, I'll probably do that live, I think, make little signs. I don't know if we're going to do the route or we'll be doing pyrography, I'm not sure yet. Might be doing both, we'll see. Anyway, borrowing, oh dear. Yeah, so where was I? I digressed, didn't I? So Susnak said, borrowing in the current financial year was 2021 to 2022 would be 5.4% of GDP, and that would fall to 3.9% the following year. And I've done that bit already. Let's go back. There we go. And in previous forecasts in October, the Office of Budget Responsibility, had estimated borrowing would be around 7.9% of GDP, or 183 billion in cash terms in 2022 to 2023. Probably more than that because they're still bailing out Brexit, aren't they? Well, the Chancellor said debt service costs would rise to 83 billion in the next financial year, and the highest level on record. Now, public sector net debt was forecast to be 95.6% of GDP in 2021 to 2022, and then fall gradually to 83.1% of GDP by 2026 to 2027. Now, where does it say 2019? Nowhere. Oh, okay. I wonder why. So, we should be prepared for the economy and public finances to worsen. Significantly worsen. That's what Susnak said. I happen to agree. It's not getting any better anytime soon, sadly. Well, with higher than predicted receipts for the Treasury, in a number of areas prompting lobbying for public spending, Susnak has continuously stressed to MPs that the counter is the cost of the UK's enormous borrowing. Stop borrowing. Stop spending what you ain't got. Well, with March the third month in a row to break monthly debt interest records. Now, I say don't spend what you ain't got. Personally, I haven't got a problem with people investing money and borrowing money to invest. Infrastructure for the, maybe have it to the HS2 goes all the way to Liverpool or something. You know what I mean? Something trivial like that. That'd be a start. And or went to Scotland. Invest in infrastructure. Stop making flipping cuts. Because that's counterintuitive. It's counterproductive. Sorry. Bear me. So, yeah, that's not great. The national debt at the moment is 2.6. Oh crikey! I can't say that big word. It's too long. Anyway, it's about. Yeah, it's a lot of money. It's a hell of a lot of money. Christ. Oh, I don't know. I think it's 2,650,000,000. I think it's surpassed that now. If you've been honest with it, the real national debt is close to 4.8 trillion. According to this, what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the. I'll show you. That'd be quite a good idea. I have to move the cam just so you can see it, and I'll reverse the camera. Oh, I'm going in. We're going in. Oh dear. Oh no! Don't look at the mess over there. Don't look at that mess. Turn it around. Oh dear. Okay. Oh, here we are. The national debt clock. Oh, Well, let's find the actual national debt clock. Where is it? Is that it? No, that's not it. There you go. Oh, there you are. Look. How's that? Oh, dear. Look at that debt. Oh, it's raising lovely that it is. Oh, looks quite healthy, doesn't it? For somebody. So the UK national debt grows at a rate of £5,170 per second, accruing to 42,571 debt per person, or £73,222 debt per taxpayer. But if you actually consider, I think it tells you in the bottom here actually. It does. I'll bring it down a bit there. Or if you can read that, probably not. I can enlarge it. Oh no! Don't do it in public. Don't be rude. Let's make it a bit bigger so you might better see it. Anyway, it says here, mainstream media headlines today are focused on Britain's record national debt, which just surpassed one. Is a little bit old actually. This bit is at £1 trillion. The figure that can only exponentially increase unless the entire mechanism of government finance is overhauled. And the truth, however, is much worse. Factoring in all liabilities, including state and public sector pensions, the real national debt is close to £4.8 trillion. Some £78,000 for every person, every citizen in the UK. That sounds like a lot of money to me. I don't know about you, what do you reckon? That sounds like a lot of money to me. And that is the national debt clock.co.uk. Let's bring it down so you can see. There. So, yeah. I'm getting dizzy now. Oh my god. It's going to give me an epileptic fit watching that. Let's turn that around. Oh dear. Oh, it's better. Oh no, it's too high. You're looking at the ceiling. Sad but true, but only way round is scumbags like Amazon finding some UK vendors to send a gift. Oh, yeah, I know that one. Yeah, if you're talking about sending something, Amazon is quite good like that because they've got the system all in place and everything is hunky-dory. If you want to send anybody something, you need to do it from individual to individual, and obviously keep it below the levels required, and make sure you be careful of what you put in there because they changed it. Was it changed in December or January? The actual the limits, the cap, whatever you call it. But the other way to do it is if you do it from a business to person, well then you'll end up paying. And I know that for a fact because it's happened to us. For us, if you want to send us anything from the UK directly from a business in the UK, we'd end up having to pay. If you haven't paid the tax and fees and all that sort of stuff on it, we'd end up having to pay it. And last time it happened to us, we had to pay the post lady. And she didn't take cash. What? I suppose she went on a card machine or something stupid. But anyway, that was our experience of it. But some people have been hit hard with it, like having to pay double. Well, actually, this was double because this thing was only worth like 12 quid, 15 quid, and we had to pay 12 quid or 12 euros in fees. So yeah, that was almost double. It's not just the tax; it's the fee. There's fees involved, the administration fee. So, what do they owe all that debt? Just paying for services because bad management. Maybe the old aircraft carrier. Maybe for dildo hard on. Yeah, her. Who else? Well, various people. PPE that's been been destroyed at the moment as we speak. And obviously the £1 million a day it was costing to actually store this stuff in the first place down in Kent. In containers in Kent. So it's just nuts. They're just... I have to be, it's quite funny we're doing a lot of laughing going on when he's going on about responsibility and stuff. Yeah, when Richi Susnak was going on about how careful the Tories have been and good management and stuff. It was laughable. And there was lots of laughs going on, there was. Well, let's go scroll a bit, so I'm back to where I was. Heather's a good point here. Can you imagine what they'd be saying about the debt if Labour was in power? Yes. They still go on about the so-called note that was left. There's no money left. Hello, Sister Wit. I hope you're well. Oh, hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Just saw this was on. Yeah, I thought I'd just wing it to see what's going on. I know it was a bit of a late one. Bernard, it's sad when you have to gamble if you can send your son a parcel for his birthday or not. So far, I thought the UK was a developed country, but maybe it is indeed just developing. Yeah, it's all gone a bit tits up, isn't it, regarding delivering stuff? A bridge? What bridge? Oh. Cheers for letting me know. I'll keep a lookout for him. Oh, hang on, there we go. Oh, I see. Yeah, he'll be back in business soon. Yeah, so it's all getting a bit tits up for people who want to sell stuff. I've stopped selling stuff to the UK. I've got my little Etsy, which I hadn't done much on recently, to be honest. Well, I've got a couple of things to make, but I don't do the UK anymore. It's just nightmare. For the amount of money you make out of the stuff, you just kind of so much form filling. And also when we first few times we did it, you're sort of learning the ropes, aren't you? Sort of working out what you got to do, and that's kind of it was painstaking. Debt is a result of stupid spending, yes, and stupid tax raising, yes. Tories corrupted both, yes. That they did. P does says, I usually buy locally, even if it's a little bit more expensive. I want to have my shops around for some time now. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And also, if you don't want to be travelling, the supermarkets are very rarely on your doorstep, aren't they? You know. So if you don't want to be travelling to these things, well then, save a bit of petrol as well. It's quite handy to have a local store. I just wish they had more buying power so they could, get their prices down a little bit. If they could get more bums on seats would help them. 4 years this time around, and was damaging enough. 4 years, it is. That is the result. Yep, done that one. Done that one. It's 2 years before the US has a right balance. Right wing destroys for 8 years, and then switches back, and the Tories are in power 12 years. Need to change soon. I said, who, Marcus? Who is going to foreclose on the debt? That's a good point. No one. No one's going to foreclose on the debt, but your borrowing power will be greatly reduced in time. That's the problem. Well, problem I see anyway. If you can't furnish it, look what's happening in Russia at the moment. He's struggling. Putin can't pay his debt. I think he got bailed out, didn't he? So he was struggling to pay the national debt because he ain't got enough money coming in. Hello. Go to bed. She's going to bed.
Are you going to be long?
No.
Okay.
No. He's whispering. Oh. Oh, apparently I might have the dogs. Oh, where's Wally going? Oh, I think I'm getting dogs. Is it Wally? Can't get Wally. No, he don't want to come. What's this, Wally? What's this? Oh no, they go for a wee. Now, since Wally's had his medication, he's got a new lease of life. Yeah, he's had heart meds now, so he's turned back to he's gone back to his usual annoying self. That's Wally. I'll grab him a minute when he comes in. English Viking. I've got son of a Viking, English, but Vikings everywhere. Are you from Norway? No, Caroline. Simon says, cheers, buddy, Furley, mate. I really appreciate it. Yes, this time round. And you mentioned something to me about stripping electronics and stuff. That intrigued me, that did. That is a result of stupid spending. That is. Anyway, let's get back to what we were doing. Where was I? Oh, national debt Where are we? Boring. I find all this boring madness. It's just, I understand having a bit of debt, but it shouldn't be growing and growing and growing. If you make an investment, the whole point is just to get something back. I was abducted. Oh, by a Great Dane. Boom, boom. So 3 men in the van. I don't know, Char. I don't know. It might just be me and Graham, actually. I don't know if it's going to be Karen. Because, Graham was saying to me, I've only been speaking to my messenger. And he said to me, I got hold of a van. So I imagine it'll be just be me and Graham this time. He's got to do a couple of trips, or food trips. He's going to go back and forwards. I suppose it depends on what support he can get as well, because obviously everything costs, doesn't it? Especially the cost of fuel. That's not going to be cheap driving all that way in fuel. And then you got old van. What, they do about 30 to the gallon if you're lucky. So yeah. And my transit didn't used to do that much. About 30, but it was about 30 to the gallon. My old transit. I don't know what sort of van he's got, but whatever you get over there, it's going to be a help, isn't it? And the needs are going to change, aren't they? As things progress, the needs are going to change. We have to be looking after the Russians next. That have fled. Putin's talking about getting like hit squads out to get the defectors, the Russian defectors. The dog will come in now. Oh, right then. But Sebastian. Come on. You're always the first, aren't you? Come up there. That's one. I dare say I'll have to get up about 3 times. You know, that might be the first one. Why the bear? What? Come on. You got to say hello? Say hello? Oh. He's a lovely boy. What's up there? What's that there? Who's that? What's up there? And now I can hear the other dog. Oh my god! This is getting better, guys. Dogs! Trouble! Anyone else? You coming, Dora? Come on, quickly. Hey, yes, better. All in. All in. And now my Wally wants to play. Oh god. Rawr. We got Wally. Can I continue? Give me the look. What? Come on. Come here. Come on. Where you going? Come on. Going or not? He wants to play tug of war with a teddy bear. Keeps ripping to pieces, he does. Anyway, where were we? Sorry about that. Oh, he's a lovely, lovely dog, Sebastian. He's got a bit worried about him as well at the moment. We just had Wally had to go to the vet, and now he's having these heart tablets, and we were worried about Sebastian as well because he keeps having this flipping cough, and he's having to have just prednisolone, you know, steroids, and that seems to be helping, but it's a really sort of hollow sort of a bronchial cough he's got, and it's a bit worrying because it could be fibro, sort of either like a bronchitis or a fibro thing, and one's worse than the other, so he's got to have an X-ray apparently. So they're getting to the point where they're getting expensive. Damn! Didn't think about that when we got 3 dogs, did we? No. All rescues, mind. At least you can drive to Poland, yes, with whatever you want to take. They're unlike the loads stranded in Dover, yeah, because of Brexit red tape. Do you know what? I haven't actually checked actually what's going on there at the minute. There must be some. There's still got to be a little coups there, Brexit related, but also because of the Pinot ferries. They're still protesting, aren't they? So, yeah, QA Library, hello buddy. You should be thinking of bed this time of night. Do you not tell your wife you got you on the pillow while I'm in bed? Ooh. Generally speaking, Caroline goes to bed a lot earlier than I do. So, Then I go up and I wake her up and start talking to her. I say, "Oh, I'm asleep." She goes, "I have a co-worker who is from Ginstrath, who has a cough, and so does her dog. They're sick together. Oh, that's sweet. It's like his and her sickness." Oh, yeah. Is it a male dog? Female dog? I don't know. So yes, it's they are a worry, these dogs are, to be fair. Anyway, it affects my own budget. Because Wally's medication is expensive. It's scary expensive, in fact. Well, I say scary expensive. It's costing about 50, 60 euros a month, just these flipping tablets. And although we managed to order some online now, which are a bit cheaper. That's why my trucking owing friend sending trucks from the German HQ to Poland for Ukraine. Cool. That's pretty cool, Kerry Lobby. Hello, Wally. What's hello? Up you go. Yeah. What are you sniffing for? Up there, Wally. Up there. What's hello? Let's put it down, okay. He's sniffing for... There's nothing there for you, boy. There's no food? No. Oh, okay. I'll continue. You can help, Wally. Wally can help. Right, well, I can't see. Oh, God. I tried to see my screen, you. Humbug. Anyway, since old weasel... That's what he is, isn't it? Old witchy Susnak. Had to mention debt. I want to remind him. Well, I can't remind him because he won't talk to me. I've tried. No, I haven't. And what remind him of his past indiscretions, such as awarding his wife a COVID loan. Yes, I kid you not. A COVID loan. I wonder. Whether she lobbied him. Or was it pillow talk? Maybe it was pillow talk. In his very short bed. Yes, his wife, Akshati Murthy. Well, she's worth around 400 odd. Well, personally worth about 350 million. Don't forget you got the shares as well. 430 million shares of her infancy. It's her father's company. Well, she's worth more than the flipping Queen. And yet she got a £1.5 million COVID loan for her company, her ailing company. Her company was already suffering with a bad cash flow, seriously bad cash flow, and it was looking for monies to get it out, to get itself sorted out, try to save it. But no, she's got a COVID loan instead. They get away with this shit. It's terrible. What happens? She gets his loan. Shortly after, the whole company goes tits up. So what she's managed to do, she probably managed to get a bit of money for herself, isn't she? Yeah, maybe set up her own personal investment in the company. That was called, I think it was Mrs. Wordsworth. I think it was like a typing company or something. That was quite a big deal. Did a lot of industry work, commercial work. And it's not a big deal now, no. It went bankrupt for 16 million. She got £1.5 million COVID loan shortly before. It's just, they get away with it. Again and again and again, they get away with it. It's like what that Matt Handycock, his sister benefited as well, didn't she? That was a shredding company or something, shredding documents. It's quite useful for the Tory party, I'll tell you. Just can't make this shit up, can you? It's just nuts. What a scumbag. Oh dear me. Well, he got caught with his pants down, literally. Okay, well, what about national insurance? Oh. Now, Susnak said that the planned 1.25 percentage point rise in the national insurance contributions, well, it must remain, he says, as a dedicated funding source for the health and social care. Okay. It's gone. And now I'm covered in hair. However, he announced that he would increase the threshold by 3,000. So that's from a planned rise of 300. So it's gone up quite considerably. But it's only It's only useful for those who are earning enough to actually pay tax in the first place. Now, this equalises the national insurance contribution threshold with the personal income tax allowance of £12,570. It's okay if you're in work, isn't it? What about those who are receiving PIPS payments, personal independence payments, disabled people on job seekers, for instance? Don't help them. I haven't seen anything that helps them yet, other than a flipping crisis loan, which means you've got to go on hands and knees and beg. How demoralising. Quite frankly, you're just going to eat dust. That's what they want. I'm alright. I'm woodwork. I've got plenty of dust. And I'm in France. Well, he calls a $6 billion personal tax cut for 30 million people. And the largest single personal tax cut, oh god, there we go again, in a decade. Oh. Haven't the Tories been in power for just over a decade? Yes, they have. You think things be getting better, but no, they shot themselves in the foot, they shot us in the foot, they shot us in the between the eyes with their Brexit. I don't see any benefits of Brexit yet. Now we've got Blimmin' Jake Maurice Mogg. You know him.
I think he's rather uplifting.
He's gone wandering around the country, begging people, please tell me, please sir, what is the benefit of Brexit, please? Please tell me now, please. I'll tell the world, I will. Or at least the UK. But no, I haven't heard any benefits of Brexit. He ain't told us any yet, has he? No. It's painful, it is. It's painful. It's nuts, that's what it is. Absolutely flippin' nuts. It's crazy. Oh, Chris. Oh, good night, Chris. Nighty night. Oh, I love Wally too. He's my buddy. I do feel lucky. I feel blessed living here, to be fair. And I would do anything to get out of this Tory hell. Oh, God, yeah, just do it. Do some fun. Maybe we can catch a lift with Stanley Johnson or something like that. You know, he might bring you over, being he lives here as well. Stanley Johnson. Blooming sex offender. Talk about sex offenders. What about Natalie Elphicke? Am I wrong in thinking that Natalie Elphicke has gone back to her husband after he's come out of prison? I heard that somewhere. I might be wrong, but has Natalie Elphicke, the MP for Dover, crazy woman, right-wing nut job, has gone back to her husband, who went inside for he's a sex offender. Yeah. Lovely people, hey? So he was the MP for Kent. That he was. And then what happens? He gets caught, doesn't he? For getting his end away with somebody who didn't want him to. And then they give the job to her. So he was the MP for Kent, and then she got voted in. What does it say about the people? Okay, for Dover. What does it say about the people in Dover? It's nuts. It's absolute nuts. Tories, I tell you, they're a special breed. And also, the people who put their cross in the wrong box. I bet you're waiting for me to do that, weren't you? God, bet. You really can't make this stuff up, can you? It's just absolute. It's painful, in fact. It's painful. So anyway. Anyway. Old Susnak, he announced changes to research and development tax credits. That's what he did. The idea was going to boost the UK productivity. But everyone was at home, I suppose, with lockdowns. Well, the Chancellor said something is not working with UK investment and productivity. It's not, no. He said the government should cut tax rates on business investment at the autumn budget. Not now, he's got to wait until autumn. The Chancellor said he would increase the employment allowance for small businesses to 5,000. a tax cut worth to 1,000 for about 500,000 small firms, starting in 2 weeks' time. I'm sure they'd be grateful for that. But £1,000 is not a lot of money. No. No, it's not. All helps, obviously, but a lot of businesses are just falling to the wayside, one after the other. Now, what are Susnak's mantras is the need to work towards a higher productivity economy. You've got to have buyers to get productivity. And we made it harder, more difficult to export. Not easier. Now, we saw our productivity increase when we joined the European, the common trading, when the UK was known to be the sick man of Europe. And productivity increased rapidly. We were a real contender then. And now, we're falling now in a slippery slope. That we are. My seat has shrunk. Got that down a bit. So yeah, it's that's what he says anyway. So he's right to conclude that something is not working, to be fair, and promises more action at the autumn budget. But betting on people forgetting to cut business taxes, and first of the number of Jam tomorrow promises to rebuild his image as a tax cutter. Yeah. Doesn't want to tax rich, does he? No. I don't see anything here that's really going to make a difference to actually turn around the economy to combat inflation and higher energy prices, which are going to hit people big time. They're hitting them now, obviously with the war and what have you, and not just the barrel price, but the end user costs as well. Fuel duty, 5p, come on. And I can't remember what it is, but it's a ridiculous amount. Fuel duty and tax, VAT on the cost of fuel as a percentage. Something crazy, like 90% or something. That's a huge amount. The barrel price doesn't really affect the price of fuel to that degree. It's all flipping duties. It's nuts. And the OBR, the Office of Budget Responsibility, said that Brexit will reduce the UK's potential GDP by 4%. Didn't they? And the pandemic by a further 2%. And the UK foreign direct investment, the FDI, by 17%. And that's money coming into the country from outside. And that's the aim of any budget, of any economy, is to bring the money in. Otherwise, you've got a circular economy. You're just regurgitating the same money again and again and again and again. You have to bring money into your economy to allow it to get the growth to sustain the increase in population and infrastructure and what have you. So, 17% drop, that's huge. Quite surprising though, considering the free ports and tax havens and stuff like that. Asset holding companies, I know I keep going on about them, it really annoys me. Asset holding companies. And you've got income tax. Now, Susnak, he said that the basic rate of income tax would be cut from 20% to 19%. In 2024!
Kipper.
Yeah, that's what I say to that one. Well, we know why, don't we? Just in time for the general election, that's what. Oh, dear me. Well, he said it would not be responsible to make such a tax cut right now, that's what he said, given the uncertainty in the economy. But people are struggling now, this year in general. Now, tax cuts must be paid for, and they must be prioritised, he says, and they must fit the economic circumstances of the time. Just like stating the obvious. But we need investment now. The Chancellor said it would be the first cut in income tax for 16 years. So they're in a bit of a difficult position because if you've got inflation as it is, how do you control inflation? What you do is you try and curb spending. We get inflation when people spend too much money. And this is like a post-COVID situation, so to speak. Oh, hang on. Maybe it's not. What about France's? Oh, isn't it? It's inflation under 4%. It's about 3 point something or other. But no, they'll blame it on everything else other than Brexit. It's quite convenient, isn't it? To me, I know how it happens. Everything seems to fall in place for these Conservatives. It's just like they get one dead cat after another, but they didn't throw it in themselves. It just appears. Partygate, dead cat, the war in Ukraine, inflation in the UK, war in Ukraine, energy prices, war in Ukraine. Well, this was all happening before the war in Ukraine. That's just too convenient. And they'll throw it down our throats, down our necks again and again and again. And we're supposed to suck it in, and we're supposed to absorb all this stuff and say, it must be the war in Ukraine. Obviously, some of it is. Now, Susnak, he gambled that the fiscal position will be stable enough for him to start to cut taxes by 2024. But it looks like the old choices by a government that says it speaks for the working people. Really? And there is likely to be significant scrutiny in the choices here. National insurance contributions are set to rise by 1.25 percentage points, paid by workers. Rob Peter, pay Paul. Pay Paul, Rob Peter. Stuff like that. So, the way I see it is that I don't see anything here that's really going to help those really in need. And we're just going to see more.
I think it's rather uplifting.
Food banks. And the problems with food banks is that they're struggling to get the donations. Because it's not just like, if you go to the supermarket, right, you quite get a trolley there, wouldn't you? There might be a contribution to your local food bank, or there might be one there for the cat home, or for the dog charity, or whatever. Yeah. You might buy a extra bag or something and chuck in there on your way out. And goodness of your heart and what have you. Make you feel better about yourself because you've done something wrong. And if you're struggling to buy the food for yourself and your family, you're less likely to buy that extra bag of stuff and put in that trolley, so for the food bank, the cat charity or the dog charity or whatever. You're less likely to do it. The same with monies and donations and stuff like that, you're less likely to do it. So it's fair. I think it's absolute. It's dire, and Tories don't give a flying feck. No, I don't think so. Not in the slightest. Maybe it's an obvious thing to say, but it's I know it's supposed to be a mini budget, but it's nothing there that's really going to help people. It's going to help those who are on the road a lot, maybe. 5p in every litre makes a difference if you spend all your time on the road, you're a rep or something, but then maybe it's going to help you. I don't know, I just find it all a bit painful, to be honest. It's just nuts. Oh, good night, Heather Hanks. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, it's 11:30 in the UK. It's 12:30 here. Well, 28 minutes past. That's right. Yeah, 28 minutes past. Don't get why renewables are not pushed more. I don't either, mate. Fossil fuel industry must have deep pockets to spend on their false narratives. Yes, they have. Good night and good luck tomorrow. Yeah, good luck tomorrow. And Dave Moore says, actually, 4/5 of the increase in fuel costs is oil company profits. Oh, I see. And the other fifth is VAT. Oh, I get you. Actually, 4/5 of the increase in fuel costs. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, okay, thanks for that. Take care, Heather. Bernard says, hence the President of Spain lobbying other EU leaders to cut that link so the price of electric can fall to what it actually costs. I've said this before. This isn't electric. This is to do with gas. When I was working at the back in gas works as a contractor, I had to do the health and safety thing, do all the muster points and stuff like that. And I was sitting there in front of the big screens. I mean, this is a massive, massive screen that shows all the pipe layouts and stuff going across the channel. I was watching a lot of lights light up, ding, 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 across the channel. Went to Belgium. And turned around and come back again. What's going on there? I go. And he says that's what they do. They pump it to Belgium, bring it back again because the stock exchange, and it increases the price of the fuel. So old Vera, she's paying more for the fuel just to put money in somebody else's pocket. And one of the guys, he wasn't there that day, but I was told by another member of staff that somebody he made 10 grand just on a small investment overnight. He just worked for the place, obviously they know, I suppose. Just nuts. Apparently it's not happening all the time, but when it does, it's just wrong, isn't it? Just doing the U-turn. So, gas back in Gasworks. This company called Connectum, it was. Connectum, that's it. Mellow, hello there, are your ketlocks? And we are very lucky the kings used to kill everybody. If you wouldn't pay the tax, that's a good point. Oh, I've got a bit of history about that. I probably told you before. I think I probably have. Oh, see, hello there. I don't call it a cost of living crisis. It's called inflation. The government wants you to call it. The government wants you to call it a cost of living crisis, so you don't make them responsible. That's a really good point, and it makes a lot of sense. But you have to be pretty stupid not to think they're not responsible. They can a whole load of people put that across on the wrong box, don't they? Just so they can have. Well, they can just have this.
We got an oven-ready deal. Put it in the microwave.
Oh dear. Well, what can you say? Really? It's just nuts. Well, they didn't have.
I've been wondering what that special place in hell looks like for those who promoted Brexit without even a sketch of a plan how to carry it safely.
No, they didn't have a sketch of a plan. They carry it out safely. Not at all. They didn't clue what they did. They didn't think they were going to win, to be honest, did they? And got to that point. Anyway, I'll talk about my ancestor, Robert Kett. That was about taxes, and he held the Norwich City in the walls for about 30 odd days. 1549, Robert Kett. And Queen or the King's mercenaries got him out. And people. But it's all about taxes, all about the perimeter taxes and stuff, boundary taxes. So take down your boundaries. Because he knew that if there's little people who's paying rents and stuff, if they're paying all their money to the crown, he ain't got his rents paid, is he? He ain't going to get paid himself. He was a tanner. That's what it was as well. A tanner. His brothers, I think his brothers were butchers. They both got killed. One got hung, one... Oh, I'm not... They're supposed to get hung, drawn and quartered, but in the end they just got hung up in chains outside the castle and also outside Windham Abbey. His brother got hung outside Windham Abbey in chains. In chains. I wonder how lucky people truly are. One peaceful demonstrations are banned in the UK. Terrible. And I wonder how much time someone might spend in jail who did the same in the UK as this... jumped up. As this Russian anchor. Yep. Oh, crikey, is she going to... The woman with the sign, is she going to jail? I know she got fined, but is she going to go to jail for that? That's nuts. Oh, crikey. It's painful when you see these so-called representatives, it says it's a special operation or whatever. And, crikey. It's painful. When you know full well what's going on. Allshorts, what is currently the strike rate for wind energy? Strike rate for wind energy in France? I'm sorry, what do you mean by strike rate? There's a lot of wind turbines there, but also our local town here, at Orador Survey. They're doing a big wind farm, which is quite interesting. Not wind farm, solar farm. Sorry. Oh, I see. I get your point now. So she didn't go to jail in Russia, but in the UK she probably would, yeah. Crazy. Nigel Farage is talking crap every day, saying it's not the Brexit fault. Well, quite frankly, I think you all need to go and see Nigel Farage on his Frills account and order that your dear mother a Mother's Day gift. A message from Nigel Farage. Only cost you 70 quid. That's all. You can't make this shit up now. You really can't. It's painful, in fact. I wonder if many people have done it. Got this, got Nigel Farage to do this special gift for their mother for Mother's Day. Whenever you get much, I bet he does. I bet he gets quite a bit of uptake on that. It's just painful. I think there's going to be people trying to scam him. Like Up the Rah. And Who's Anus. And all that jazz. I tried to record that to make it into a soundbite. But because the audio was so bad. I mean, really, really bad. Let's see if I can find it. I think we're done with it now. Come up in a minute. Yeah, so I tried to get it, but it was literally like a phone message, and it was really, really bad. So, no, not there. I'm in the wrong place. T-shirts, signs, YouTube music. Oh, soundbites. That one. Try to find it. I'm trying to find it. No, I can't find it. Damn. Well, he basically he's like through one of his message things, he managed to get him to say "Who Janus," "Who anus." Oh dear me! It's just why can't I find that? That was there earlier. I'm missing the point here. I'm missing it. No, it's not there. Not there either. Not there, not there. Oh, that's very annoying. Nope, not there either. Nope, I'll have to give up on that. Where did that go? Oh well, never mind. So anyway, with old Susnak, there he is. So you've got no empathy whatsoever. He's happy to take your money, taxpayers' money, for the COVID loans, which are heavily debted with borrowing. I thought it was illegal to pay debt with debt. Is that illegal? Is it still illegal to do that? I'm sure it used to be. Is it illegal to pay debt with debt? Oh, let's go. Is it? Pay debt with debt. Oh. Da 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 da. How to meet blah 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 blah. You cannot be arrested or go to jail simply for being passed through on credit card payments, student loans. So no, obviously you've got debts prisons anymore, have you? The whole UK would be in the prison. No, can't be very good. No. Oh, I can't find it. No, I can't find it. Anyway, what you say? Maybe somebody knows. I'm sure Putin's favourite song is Shoop Shoop Song. Oh. It is a kiss from Cher. Oh, Cher. I wonder what she looks like these days. Is it me or is she having a lot of Botox or something going on? They are safety glasses with 2 diopters. Yeah, they're both. I got my new internet. They're so good. I mean, they're really clear. And all my other glasses are just ready specs and they're rubbish. I think it's decent ones. So I think I've carried on wearing them. So wearing my safety specs, yeah, they're corrected. They're prescription. Well, not prescription, they're just like 2 diopters. No, I never really liked you, so I thought I might just as well get you a note from Fartage. Yeah, they do it. Yeah, they are, Jess, with them are working glasses. But also they're corrected. They're just two diopters. I did have 1/2, and they'll get me on the weak side because I'm getting older, more cranky, and bits falling off and all that. So I've got some new ones, and also they had glue on them, which is very helpful. Because, sort of, yeah, the old ones it is. So I've got a new pair. They're not the cheapest things, but they're on special. I'm trying to scroll with my mouse across from my screens onto my mobile. What the hell am I thinking? Oh dear, that doesn't work like that. No, I've used my finger. Yeah, I'm old. I feel old. As soon as I hit 50, all bits start falling off. Ooh, Daily Blase says, get our Nigel to say, Happy Mother's Day, Phyllis McCrack. From your ever-loving son. Ooh, Phil McCrack. I did do it. Cost you 70 quid, though. Might be worth it, though. Do you think he'd caught? I bet he's got somebody there to just check him over now. I'll be a bit surprised. Or do you think or not? Maybe. Maybe he has, maybe he hasn't. That'd be very funny. Phil McCrack. Alright, Phyllis. Phil McCrack. Oh dear. Well, I was just able to arrive before it ended. Hello, Joe! How you doing, buddy? Dee. Get our Nigel to say, Happy Mother's Day, Phyllis McCrack. From your ever-loving son, Phil McCrack. I like that about it, Daddy. Yeah, so it was only just a little review video. So I had it come in. And I thought, I need these videos anyway for Wally Bar, so it kind of made sense because I just winged it in the workshop. I want to do more videos in the workshop, so. I'm sure Putin's favourite song will be done that one. Yeah, the two diopters. I don't think this Russian law will be accepted in the UK. Oh, I see your point there. Grey Library. So strike rate is the current base rate that the supplier would charge the grid without a contact. Well, how it works here, you got the buyback scheme, just like you got in the UK for your power. So everything that you produce, they buy it back, basically. But it depends on what type of system you've got. And if it's a land-based system like mine, you don't get a lot. It's at 17 or 9 or 17 or 19. Then if it's a roof-based system, I think it goes up 26 to 28. And then if it's an in-roof system, so the tiles basically butt up against the panels, so it's more of a fixture. I don't know why it'd be more money, but you get more money for that. How about Ray Sebastian? Hello, Jeremy. Hope you're well, buddy. And Orc. Was just on Sky News. Putin wants his oil and gas paid in rubles. I know. He no longer accepts euros or dollars. He can't exchange it, can he? And payment systems and stuff is Swift and dear me. That is funny. He's really he's getting cornered now. That rat is getting cornered. What looks cosy? Oh, I wandered into an alternative universe and got lost in an ancient forest of trees and spoke an unknown language to me. Looks cosy. Mum, just to let you know, I can't afford 80 quid. Just to let you know that it's Nigel's fault, we're all poor. Yeah. He didn't help matters, is he, with his Brexit? But they all just want Brexit. They love their Brexit. I don't know why, but they do. They think Brexit is great, don't they? Oh my God, it's painful. And now it's all getting like brushed under the carpet. Even when I went back to the UK, you try and talk to a family about it, and you said that the eyes are rolling in the back of their head. They don't accept that it is a thing. Especially if you say anything negative about, oh, it's our country. They get all patriotic, they do. Almost turned to a Tory. Luckily, it was Labour, but crikey, almost turns into a Tory. Oh dear.
Let's have a smell, alright?
That's what I think about Brexit.
Oh, everyone likes their own brand, don't
Yeah,
they?
except Brexit.
Magic.
Ooh. Oh, dear me. Oh, I suppose I'll be going to bed soon. Yeah, well, where is it? That's a good point. Where is anyone going to get rubles from? That's a very good point, Bernard. How will we actually pay for the gas if he wants it all in rubles? Does it mean he wants us to exchange it first into rubles, so we suffer the cost, maybe? I don't know. I think we can't just say, it'd be quite handy if we could just say, no, we're not having your gas anyways, bugger off, or your oil. I suppose the demand is going to go down rapidly now, coming to spring. Anyway, so that gives us more bargaining power. Don't go Brexit, my heart new hit from Elfin Jean. David, where is anyone going to get those rubles from? I do not know. Besides, he's already sitting on so much oil that he probably needs to shut production down in a way. That's a good point, actually, because loads of people have slowed up consumption, haven't they, of oil and gas from Putin. Look what's happened with the United States. They pretty much said no, haven't they? Which will make it very hard to start. That's a good point. Where did I say that? You can't just shut these things down. It isn't simple as that. It's like the smelters. Costs like £1 million or something. Some crazy amount of money to restart the furnaces and stuff. Crazy amount of money. It's always sitting on so much oil, it probably needs to shut down production. I can imagine, yes. It's a trap! You would have to buy rubles, and that means exchange risks are on you. That makes sense. Yeah, I thought as much. Simon says, if Putin wants rubles, there won't be enough trees in the world to pay him. I'm going to take some coupons. What, co-op coupons or something, yeah? But only from unfriendly countries. Oh, where are we? It was on Sky News. We must pay, for unfriendly countries. Oh, I see your point. Yeah. So basically, anyone like the US or EU, what have you, they've got to pay rubles. Everyone else can carry on as they are. Yeah, how is it getting paid at the moment? Because obviously the Swiss system's gone. Is he doing it for the Chinese system, or they don't have their own system, do they? Maybe they're writing a cheque out. Maybe. They look better than steel glasses. They're quite good, actually. These are Varinets glasses. And what I like about them, these are they're varifocals. So they're 2 diopters at the bottom. It goes to like 1.5 and then to nothing. So it's completely, there's no stop or anything in there. So the nice bit is that you don't have to keep taking them off. So I look straight at the screen in front of me. You're in focus, what have you as well. But also, everything over there is in focus. So it's when if I use anything that's just fixed, there's just 2 diopters for the whole thing. You can't keep doing that all the while. An old person. Or take them off. But this way you just leave them on. While they're clean and while they're working well. So definitely worth having. If you do what I do in our workshop, what have you, definitely worth doing. Russian workers will go back to bartering. Oh crikey, yeah. I always like bartering. Russians are getting paid through the foreign banks with branches in Russia via SWIFT still. Russia paid through the foreign banks with branches in. Okay, so they're using the communication system still. I thought they blocked that, or was that via other countries? But don't need to block the whole SWIFT system. Oh, I'm confused now. Putin does look like a big gremlin. More like a troll, I would say. I would say he is too. He's got no expression on his face either, has he? He's always like stern looking. Yeah, more like that. I think more like that. He just doesn't really have any portray any. He ain't got no heart anyway, has he? He's an evil, evil, evil man. But at least we got.
Let's get Brexit done.
Oh, he did so well, didn't he? He got it done for us all. Aren't we happy? Oh, okay. Oh, Chris Fisher. Oh, I'm the wrong way. That was ages ago. Oh, blimey. I fell asleep, Duke Vengeance. I fell asleep. Oh, don't fall asleep. Is it me? Is it my fault? Come on, Mark. I swear of you. Where's my share vinyls? I probably have, actually. I won't be surprised. Not up there though. But no. I tell you what I do is I quite often buy job lots from people, and I thought, put that one. No. Yeah. No. I'll sell them. Or whatever. And I put them all on. There's a thing called Discogs, and it's you can sell via them, but also they give you value and stuff, a bit of information about your records and stuff like that. You do it via the barcodes if you've got newest records, or there's the numbers for, it's a great way of creating your library of vinyl. So I do have quite a lot of stuff. Well, quite a lot for me anyway. And so I probably have got a share in there, but it's not what I necessarily have up there, because it's not something I necessarily listen to. Sorry, not my cup of tea, is share. Well, I quite liked in that film where someone's like an elephant boy or something like that. I can't remember what it's called now. That was quite a good film. Putin is the Botox man. Is it a bit like oh god, what's his name? Oh, the sausages. I'm the backwards man. That's it. I'm the backwards man. Tom Green. Freddy got fingered. That's it. Well, he does that to the elephant. A sandwich for his dad to eat or something. That's something stupid like that. It's bizarre. That's the strangest film ever, that is. That really is an odd film. He's also in Road Trip. He's the one who, Tom Green, is with the snake. Try to feed the snake. Yeah. Putox will chase you. Buttocks is in an oil-fed horse without a shirt inside. In Siberia. It's on the back of a beer or something. I wonder if Trump debits to Russia getting paid, and wonder what currency it needs to be paid in. Oh, interesting. Oh, mermaids. Yes, she was good in mermaids. Show us your toys. Excuse me. Saucy. Those toys aren't on show. Oh. Roger Putin has more Botox in his face than shit. Yep, done that one already. Buttocks. Put me out of a job, Duke Vengeance. Oh. Putin is the Botox man. Welcome back, Duke Vengeance. Come on, Mark. No, where we were. I'm mumbling now. What am I mumbling? Only the main Russian banks have been cut. Oh, I see. Only the main Russian banks have been cut out of the SWIFT system. I suppose he's using the smaller banks. Patel and Johnson. Yeah, this is something that's bugging me a bit at the moment. As you know, I live in France. And as you probably know, Renault is a French company. And they bought company Adverts or some Russian car manufacturing company. I think it used to be Lada or something at one time. And they started production again over there. Although they have slowed down production because they can't get the parts. Like electronic components and stuff like that, semiconductors and the usual story. But then also, Leroy Merlin's, which is another... Leroy Merlin's is like a DIY, like a B&Q type place. Well, that's still trading. The only thing is they're franchises, not the car manufacturers. because the French government has got, well, Renault's got 2/3 shares in this company in Russia. I'm just wondering why, considering it's Renault itself as part French owned, government owned. So yes, it was all bullshit what Corbyn was talking about. Nationalising companies and what have you. There's plenty of nationalised companies there in France. Plenty of them. So quite frankly, that was like a whole load of poppycock. But it's bugging me a little bit that Leroy Merlin's are still trading. I imagine they're going to struggle getting stuff to fill the shelves. But also the garage, they're struggling to get components, so they're slowing down production. But why is have they lost control? When I look at, I understand it with like Burger King and stuff like that because they're effectively franchises. So those franchises could just carry on operating and just say stuff you Burger King and we just carry on. And just use local produce instead of the official Burger King burgers, and rolls and stuff. So they could carry on trading, I imagine. But McDonald's did, didn't they? They shut up shop in Russia. So it makes you wonder. It just feels a little bit immoral, considering what's going on in Ukraine. Yeah, that's the thing. It's hard to disconnect franchises. It takes some time. Was that Mothercare? Was that a franchise or is that shut? That's one of the early ones, wasn't it? Mothercare and McDonald's. They all sort of like sprung up, didn't they, when the Soviet Union collapsed? Favours for... Oh, it's Bodger Jobison. Favours for sailors type of thing, including golden showers. Oh, we've got to have a good old golden shower, haven't you? Oh. I hear that Trump likes them. But I suppose he is a very wise man.
Like you'll go person, woman, man, camera, TV.
One of the wettest we've ever
Apparently,
seen
yeah.
from the standpoint
Thank
of water.
Thank you, Trump. Thank you. Yeah. God, better things that people have said. You've got Alexander Boris Pfeffel Johnson constantly, one after the other, says things that like what he said about Keir Starmer and Jim will fix it, Jimmy Savile. That was wrong. Very, very wrong. And then he said what he said the other day, comparing Ukraine with Brexit. That's clearly very, very wrong. Did anyone see, I think it was the Ukrainian Prime Minister, was it? He made a bit of a statement, a reaction to Boris Johnson's statement, what he said at the Conservative Party conference, Bristol. And, Bristol or Blackpool? I can't remember though. It was Blackpool. And, didn't go down very well in Ukraine, understandably so. So, that's a bit of a Mickey take. It's painful, really, isn't it? I keep saying that, painful, but it is painful. Lucasade showers, ooh. Do you know what? Whenever I was ill at home, my mother, she'd make us drink either, she'd freshly squeeze an orange, put a spoonful of sugar in it, and a little bit of water, and we'd have it, because obviously it's vitamin C. You've got to be vitamin C if you're not very well. And Lucasade. I understand the vitamin C thing, that kind of made sense, but really Lucasade. Oh God, stuff tastes horrible. QA Live says, Shorts, Adam working tonight on a customer account. He's delivering stuff to a number of and some shops. Due to what's been delivered, they have to pay more. A lot more. Oh, really? When I was training as electrician for Lacey Electrical in Norwich, and basically work at a sex shop, and I was, I wasn't quite 18 at the time, and just started working. I was under 18. They wouldn't let me. I had to stand outside. I had to wait outside while who was that? That was David, the guy called David, the electrician who I was working with, and I had to stand outside. Waiting. Wasn't allowed inside the sex shop. I wasn't old enough. That was a long while ago, I'll tell you. Oh dear. I wanted to go inside the sex shop. I hadn't been inside a sex shop before, so I wanted to go to the sex shop. Looked like Keith's lemon It's been one of his programs has been chopped in it. I don't know what for. Oh, sex shop. That's what. Yeah, he likes his innuendo, don't he? In case you haven't heard yet, an idea to post the truth about the war in Russia is to go to TripAdvisor or sites like that and leave a 5-star review of a place and write about the war in the description. That's a really clever idea. But wouldn't they get on? That's probably against the rules, I imagine, isn't it? So you'd just get blocked, wouldn't you? Sex shops used to be 21. Oh, that might be why then. Yeah, I think I was either under 18 or just 18. How do you know, you saucy dough? I know where you've been hanging out. All your latest information and VHS videos. Under the counter stuff, was it? Eh? Special editions. Maybe. Evil laugh. Oh, the Vicar! Hello, the Vicar! I enjoy Johnson giving prior warning that he wanted to go to Ukraine, knowing that his security would be compromised. Stopping him going a cheap publicity stunt. Yes. That's a real... Yeah, it's yet again, he's using the war to gain favour. Yeah, with the people. Make him look good. He is a sad man. He's not just sad, he's just horrible. He's just horrible. He's just... Well... Look at his father. It says it already, doesn't it? Pedals. It's probably against the terms of use. I can imagine they probably do, don't they? If you're clever with the wording, check. Yeah, do it. What? Can you post in the comments? Can you post in the reviews? Can you actually post pictures? You can post links to pictures, I imagine. There might just be text links. Sweet voice. Who's got sweet voice? Is it me? Have I got a sweet voice? David, you saucy devil, you. Now, Johnson gave a heads up about going to the Ukraine so his associates in the Kremlin would know not to shoot him. Really? Yeah, probably. That's a possibility. It's a big enough target. No fridges for him to hide in. No, not in Ukraine. Oh, not in Ukraine. It's too flipping cold anyway. You don't need a fridge, do you? I have a very sweet boys. I'll be very popular in a hotline. Ooh. Phone call centre ready. Oh, you've got a very sweet voice. Where am I? Who are you, people? Says Duke Vengeance. You're here with us, mad people. Late at night it is. It's 1 o'clock for me. So there must be ways of getting stuff over to me. I was speaking to Political X the other day, and he was saying that there's a website that you can put messages on, and it sends them to people in Russia to their SMS. Yeah, SMS messages and what have you via a website. And they give you loads of different numbers and stuff like that, and you can just send all these messages if you want. The thing is, a lot of them aren't listening. You know, they wouldn't even believe or paying attention to their own family that's contacting them in Russia. No, the Russian soldiers, they wouldn't do that. No. Really? Does make me wonder though. I mean, when you interview people in Ukraine, you've probably seen it yourself. You know, Nazis, denazification. Where are the Nazis? They go. Do they look like Nazis? Do they look like Nazis? No. It's just people they're sucking in. Squirrel, fetch my bow. Hey, Porter, I hope you're well, buddy. Squirrel, fetch my bro. What? Which was it, the grey squirrel or the red squirrel? The ones that got wiped out in the UK. I think they came from Canada or something. I can't remember which was right. I think is it red squirrel got wiped out by the grey squirrel. Talking about squirrels. I want to try and attract some squirrels into my field. Into my trees. I put loads of hazels in, so I've got masses of hazels. We've done, oh, quite how many did we do hazels? 28 hazel trees we did the other day, on Sunday. I dug, Sunday? No, Monday. And I got a whole load more today. Another 20 odd hazels. So, yeah, obviously a bit of variety. It can't just be all hazels. Oh, we've got a super chat. Cool. Who's left me a super chat? Red. Oh, it's the red squirrel. Thank you. I didn't see that super chat. Where was it? They are actually. Jamie Goff, I didn't see you wrote that. Are the dogs' surnames Ket? Yes, they are actually. On their passports too. Putox will chase you. Buttocks, an oil-fed horse filled with shirt. Oh, crikey, I read that already. That's a scary thought. Scrolling up, I am scrolling up. I only worked on my phone today. I think I missed somebody's super chat. I can't find it now. I can't go any higher. Oh no! Oh, hang on. Can I just click that? Maybe that'll tell me. No, it hasn't. Come on, tell me. Oh dear. Was it top chat? No. Super chat. Oh, won't tell me. I feel bad now. Damn. Quayle says, but they are in Scotland and Wales and parts of England. You've got black ones. Black squirrels. Cool. Bye, RC. Take care, buddy. It's getting late, isn't it? Peter Dales. I saw a video where a protester was arrested. Then a woman asked if they would also hear Putin supporters. And a moment later, she was arrested. Oh, crikey. Just like the protester before. Crikey. They're so quick on it, aren't they? People just hold up blank bits of paper. There's nothing involved in them. And they're arresting them. Hold up a blank bit of paper. It's just nuts. Walnut's also a good tree for... Yes, we've got some walnut. They're only small, though. I managed to get some small walnuts. So what have we got so far? Oh, crikey. Tree-wise, what have we got? God, I've got to remember now. Hazel. Laurier. Bay. Obviously, they're small trees, they are. But then we've got the oak. Chêne in France. Châtenay, chestnut. What else was there? Oh, black locust. Got two varieties. Got a common maple, another maple. Got two varieties of maple. Silver birch. Several silver birch. What else was there? Gosh, loads. Loads of willow. 4 varieties of willow. Just common willow, flamingo, which is the one with the variegated leaf. We've got the contorted, the one with the twisted one, and then we've got the weeping willow as well, or salix. We've got a few conifers, not many conifers, but we've got some Scots pine, Douglas, and food variety. We've got a bit of a mixture going on. What else was there? Oh, crap, I can't remember them all. Tulipa, which I need to complain about because when it come, it's supposed to be that tall. They come back and it's that tall when it arrived. So it was ridiculous. It was like a twig. It was the most expensive tree there. It was a twig. I wasn't impressed. And we've ordered a load as well. Actually, they're not ready to be collected yet. He's got to organise it. They're bare rooted, so they've got to be dug up basically to. There's nursery just on the road, literally just down the road here. Also ordered a load of hawthorn, blackthorn, loganberry. Oh crikey! Loganberry. Oh. Oh, I forgot what it's called now. Anyway, like hedgerow type. So we'll do some hedge layering later on. Obviously not straight away because I've got to grow first. It's a real menagerie. We've ordered a lot of variation, even down to older and not older. What's it called? To avoid older. It's quite invasive. Alders. I can't remember more now. There's so many different varieties that we've got there. That's good. Our original plan was just literally just to rewire, get as much stuff in there as we possibly could, and then we realised that there might not be such a great idea because we've got the size of the trees. They get smothered in grass for a start and other stuff, and I want them to get established first before I let the ground go a little bit crazy and get a load of bracken in there and stuff like that. But at the moment, it's more a case we want so we can manage it so we can make sure the trees have a chance. Because some of the trees are coming are quite big or biggish, but 1.5 to 2 meters tall. Some are coming in, they're only like a meter, and it's they'll just get smothered by the grass. And then when I eventually have to cut the grass, I might not see the trees. I don't want to chop them up. So we need to try and keep it managed the best that we can. That's the plan anyway. That's for the trees anyway. So we have got a few there. Eucalyptus, we have got a eucalyptus. We've ordered. We've got 2 eucalyptus coming. They're bigger trees. They are because somebody made a donation and it was for a friend who died. So we could put a plaque on it and stuff as well. So one of them is for that, and that was for somebody else who's lost a son. So it's quite sad. That corridor to Crimea from Russia is too unstable to hold on to. It's tactical madness, yes. Oh, you're talking about the land corridor to the Black Sea. That's what Putin wants. So he wants that, doesn't he? He's trying to landlock Ukraine, which will cripple it because of industry. The ports. There again, Mask was it in the end? That was somebody did tell me. Mares, the Danish company, who's said they're not going. Well, they come out. They're literally selling all the assets up in Russia, so they're leaving Russia, and it's a huge company. It's a massive. It's one of the biggest ones, and it's So it's Russia's going to struggle to get anything. They must be struggling already. Let alone big container shipping companies said no, we're not going there. We're going to sell everything. That's it. You're done for now. You're making a permanent decision when you say you're going to sell all the big stuff. You're not going to ride it out, are you? You're going to sell the assets. For a forest planting stock, you have to calculate 1 tree per square metre. Yeah, you overplant. Chestnut. Yeah, we've got chestnut as well. Châtaignet en français. Did you notice that the Russian cosmonauts arrived at the International Space Station wearing yellow? I did see that. Yellow and blue. They said, we're allowed to choose our uniforms, they said. Yeah. I thought that was quite funny when I saw that. Something else I saw which I thought was a bit interesting was that about OneWeb. I've talked about it enough, and also about space. Elon Musk's. Well, it looks like Elon Musk is going to be launching the satellites for OneWeb for the competition. I thought that was quite funny. So, the UK might get its satellites up in the air after all, but they're not going to be any good for GPS, global positioning systems. They're too small. And they're all part of orbit as well, so here. They're for the internet. It's a huge Danish freight company. Yeah, I don't know why, but I thought it was Chinese or something. But no, it's Danish, isn't it? Mares or Mares. I thought it was quite an impressive move. They're not the only ones doing it. There's quite a few of them that are deciding to boycott Russia, effectively. And it's the people in Russia, they're not going to be able to get anything, are they? You know, they can't even get... They're running out of fuel. It seems odd because they've got oil, but obviously they haven't got no catalytic converters and what have you to process it, I suppose. Dear me. It's either that he's just sending it all into Ukraine for the tanks. Oh no, he ain't. They run out. You realise those tanks, they do about 1 mile to the gallon. 1 mile to the gallon. Crazy. Joe says, predators usually will attack a pack member when they feel weakness. And this war is showing a lot of weakness, yes. It makes Putin dangerous. Even more dangerous. He doesn't want to lose face, does he? I just hope that Sting was right in that song. And Police. He says, Russians love their children too. So I hope. He'll look better in the beginning. After that, who knows? Oh, who's talking about? What's Ginger? What did he say, Ginger? What did Ginger say? So who will replace Putin? And will he be any better? That's a valid point, actually. Who would replace Putin? Would it be Sergei Lavrov? I'm guessing, obviously. You got one of his generals or one of his geezers or advisors or whoever it was. He's scarpered, isn't he? He's left Russia. He knows he couldn't, go against the president and say they knew that. He'll be gone. So it's nuts. What is the end game there, though? What really? He obviously thought it was going to be a quick. Yeah, get in there, get out again, all done. So Mask is pronounced Mersk. Okie dokie. Cheers, buddy. Cheers, Jeremy. Ginger's Rouse. He'll look better in the big. Oh, come back. Look better in the beginning. After that, who knows? The same will be asked about Bo. Oh God, yeah. Who's going to take over from Bojo, the clown? Oh my giddy aunt. You know what I'm talking about. Him. Who would? Richie Susnak? Really? I don't actually see anyone there who could actually do that job. If you talk about the people in the front cabinet, Alexander Bolster Johnson, he's kind of the lesser of all the evils. Priti Patel? Can't think of anyone. Dominic Raab? He just gets confused all the while. I can't think of anyone else on the front cabinet though. They're all blonkers. Oh, I know, the woman from Norfolk. Yeah. All who liked a bit of boogieing. She's a bit of a mover. Oh dear. She reminds me of Anne Widdecombe. You got to have a bit of Anne Widdecombe, you know. No, it's a bit nuts. I don't know who. I honestly don't see anyone there capable of doing that job. Corbyn will still be much better than... Well, yeah, that's not be funny. You're not setting the bar very high, are you? Yeah, Corbyn would be much better. Yeah, I agree. I do feel he cocked up quite a bit, though. But then again, everyone latched onto it, and just like, they just hang him after that. Even Johnny Rotten replacing Johnny Rotten. Oh, the Sex Pistols. I got that record, the Sex Pistols. Got one of the originals. Replacing Bojo would look like a birthday cake for yeah. That's a good point. But he's a Brexiter. Well, actually, didn't he Johnny Rotten? Or was that Leiden said it was that believes in democracy. If that's what the people want. Democracy that was paid for. I'm off the see that about. Oh, that is getting late, buddy. You take care. His look alike and dodgy stirrup-wearing Michael Fabricant. Is Michael Fabricant's hair real, or is that a wig? Is it real hair that's just been like heavily bleached, and then it's like loads of hairspray? Somebody must know. Is that a wig? Nothing like growing old gracefully, because that certainly ain't. He looks freaky. Michael Fabricant. Does he wear a wig? Should I just put wig? I've obviously searched it before because it's come up in the suggested. Oh. Okay. Was it in Wiki? It's Wikipedia. Okay. Fellow MPs apparently suggested that Michael Fabricant's hair is a wig. It looks like a wig. It looks like polyester. Where does it say that? That's not very helpful. Can't find it though. That was on Wiki, that was on Wikipedia. Michael Fabricant hits back over wig jibe. Michael Fabricant slapped down a fellow Tory MP who appeared to suggest behind his back he's wearing a wig. Apparently, Mr. Merriman said, it's definitely a wig, to Kelly Tolhurst, the MP sitting next to him. According to Twitter users. I do love Twitter. Oh dear. I'm trying to work out, is it a wig? It looks like a wig. What do you reckon? Is it a wig? I'm sure somebody asked me if it was a wig. First time I saw Fabricant, I believed it had gone on a diet. It's a dodgy syrup. Ooh. Wiggy wig face, says Jeremy Goff. American as wig. Leiden said he's by far is by. Oh crikey, did he? Oh, he'd by far is a pint. They don't invest in the future and put but put band-aids on problems growing worse. I don't see anything even in that budget that's really even a band-aid. There's no immediate action. There's nothing really decisive about it. There's a lot of fluff when it's just, oh, we've done this, we've done that, and that really annoys me. We've spent this much money. The government has paid this. The government has done that. Government. It's taxpayers' money. It's his money or the government's money. Taxpayers' money. Your money. Rory Stewart. Or Rod Stewart. Actually, Rory, as a Tory, he's one of the good ones, isn't he, Rory Stewart? And he was, he's a veteran, isn't he? So he's... Do you know what, though? It's obvious why he didn't get shot. Every bullet just skimmed past. They just couldn't get me. He's such a skinny target. And he looks very uncomfortable on the chair, apparently. It's 122. Yeah, it's 123 here now. Yeah, 123 here where I am. American friendly wig by Greek wig. He's got a wig. Oh, I'll get really tired now. Are you sure Fabricant isn't wearing Jimmy Savile's scalp? Oh my Gideon! The whole scalp. I wouldn't be surprised. How about a pint of raw sewage? Lovely. Rory Stewart talks sense since he is no longer an MP. Fair point, actually. Yeah, there's no party line to toe. Yeah, that you in the UK, are you, Joa? Is Ukraine's about 2 hours ahead, aren't they? Ukraine. For me, it's about 3 hours for you in the UK. Khaki. Fabricant just doesn't wash his hair, I believe. It does look a bit odd, doesn't it? It's weird. It's nothing. That's not real. It can't be real. It can't be real. Apparently he's reluctant to discuss his hair because it's a personal matter. That means it's a wig. Everyone knows it's dyed. If it's not a wig, it's definitely dyed. Well, that's fair enough. That's all right. Whatever. Yeah, but be honest about it. So what? Loads of people dye their hair, apart from me. Maybe I should. Oh dear. He's known for his colourful personality. Yeah. I was watching him in an interview with. I'll do a bit of research on. Is that Mike Grant? Right, Mike Grantham on Talk Radio, and he was doing an interview with Michael Fabricant. He wasn't that favourable to Michael Fabricant, actually. He basically says, well, no, I'll stop you there because you're just talking nonsense. And he was. Michael Fabricant was just talking their bollocks. And so he just... so I got to give Michael Grantham his dues there, but they can say, does he, to be fair. That's Mike Grantham. Off Talk Radio. Michael Fabricant will never be the victim of a fast zipper again. Oh, that's a thought. Well, I'm in London and we lost track of time around 94. Randy Bayberg. I think Fabricant uses his plumage on his head to distract from the dribble that he spouts. Yeah, we're just all staring at his hair and see if it moves. Yeah. I can just about. I'm like Laurel. Laurel? Is it Laurel? You can make his ears move. I'll do it again. No, my hat's moving. I can't do it though. It's because you're watching me. I think I did it. I think my ears moved. Oh dear me. Discuss his head. No, so will we ever find? Someone needs to grab it, don't they? Or catch it even. Maybe they just got to catch it. That might work. Admits. Oh. The Tory MP Michael Fabricant admits his trademark blonde hair has been enhanced, but denies he's wearing a wig. It's been enhanced or dehanced. Tory MP. After celebrating the resignation of Maria Miller, and then Culture Secretary, over her expenses claims hints the secret behind his impressive bright yellow crop. The 63-year-old, who has upset Tory whips over his strong opposition of the HS2 railing, insists that he's not wearing a wig. I can't make my mind up if he is or not. If you're wondering who we're talking about, it's this geezer. Him. That's got to be a wig, isn't it? Yeah, that's got to be. Oh, there's his friend, Putin. Anyway, I'm gonna call it night. It's like 2.5 hours. No, nearly 3 hours. Oh my giddy aunt. Blimey. All the bankers are working. Hair transplant, all plugs, maybe, could be. Yeah, Daddy Blase is here. Well, I'm going to call it a night as well, because it's very late here. It's now 1:28, and I've been online nearly 3 hours. Oh, it's a lot of talking in 3 hours. No wonder I got a dry throat. Charlotte says it's 8:23 where she is. Blimey. It's not here then. You might be right, Simon says. Well, Simon just says, I'm just saying he might be right about Jimmy Savile's wig, scalp thing. But he's not wearing a tracksuit. Oh. American fanny wig. Don't let the Brexit bed bites. No, I'll try not to. I'll try not to dream Brexit. It's frustrating though. It's frustrating. No one talks about it hardly now, as though it's not even a thing anymore. And it clearly is. Something so blooming obvious. And at the end of the day, Brexit brought us these Tories. Just because they wanted this.
We got an oven
Yeah.
ready deal.
Because they
put it
wanted
in the
that.
microwave.
That oven ready deal. Did Jim fix it for, baby? So, and Joa says, well, good evening to all humans, elves, arcane beings, creatures of the night, and sleep tight. On that note, I'm going to say good night, everybody, and thanks for joining us here. So, ta-ta. And ta-ta, my old China Jeremy, too. And everybody else that's here. Simon Says, Joa, oh, the Vicar, Charlotte, Jasper, oh, Gingers, Dallas, Bearberg, Jeremy Goff, oh, don't do vengeance. And Paul Taylor, Nighty Night, and Bodger Jobison, and Daily Blase. Oh, I'm scrolling up. And everybody else that was there. So, anyway, Nighty Night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Ta-ta. Oh, cancel the stream. Press the button. You're not going to catch me this time. I'm not going to pick my nose. No.